Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to the Done Creative Live. Yes, I look very blown out. I'm actually gonna go close this. We're kind of it's like 45 degrees today, very cold. It was overcast all day until I decided, yes, let's go live. And now the sun is out. Let me close this real quick. A little dark in here and mysterious, but we're gonna roll with it. Okay, so there we go. Blinded by the sunlight, just looking out the window. Okay, so I hope you're all having a wonderful Wednesday evening. And I know some of you are here probably just to hear what the announcement is, if you care so much to find out. I'm just gonna see who all is here. We'll just shout everyone out real quick. Oh, my mom is here. She says, hi, Amanda and everyone, dropping by to say hi and thank you for all of your support to give. Oh, you give Amanda on her page and all of the likes, shares, subscribes, and donations. Love to all. Love you, Mom. Yes, Lori is here. My mom is here. Susie Wilson stopped by to say hi. Jasmine Ridley was here earlier. Let's see who's here now. So if you're here, go ahead and say hi if you want to shout out. Ethan is here. Welcome, Ethan. Kirsten is here. Rita Vega. Michelle Lynn. And let's see. Amber is here. Awesome, awesome. So will you be the one asking the question for Mackenzie? Is that how you're working that today, Amber? Okay, so this is, let me just double check that we didn't have any other donations come in. Oops, cancel. Okay, we had one more come in from Lori. Thank you so much, Lori. Okay, so this is our working list. And if we run out of subscribers, if we run out of donations before the hour mark, I will be on an hour regardless. So we will just finish that time out, whatever time may or may not be remaining. We would finish out with just some free readings if that's what it comes to. Otherwise, we will just roll with whatever donations come in, and then when they stop coming in, or maybe at some point I have to say, okay, that's probably good, so I'm not up all night, but yeah, at least an hour, usually more. We are here on Woo Woo Wednesday, and Woo Woo Wednesday is actually kind of special tonight because I have an announcement. I'm doing well, Monica. How are you? And Brandy Lynn is here. Welcome, welcome. Here to lurk and share. Well, welcome. It's always interesting to me because I'm usually that lurker, long-time lurker on other people's live streams. Usually like Sloan Bella, she's a psychic medium here on YouTube, and she goes live once in a while. Once in a great while I will, but her chat moves so fast, even at like once per, I don't know, you can slow it down or put it in slow mode, but even just once in a while I will comment on her stuff. But I'm a long-time lurker on a lot of just different live streams that I watch. I don't, not that, I don't participate, but like, I don't know, I'm shy, which you would think that's weird. Amanda's not shy. I kind of am. But yes, I always wonder, are there like long-time lurkers on my channel? Have I reached that status? I don't know. But yes, the list is right there, Ethan. Very short and sweet so far. Dana Smith, welcome. Okay, yeah, I recognize Dana from comments, I do believe. And all right, so here's what the announcement is. I wrote this out on a shopping list. That little Lori, fun, fabulous Lori, or as she goes by Nona to some people here in the chat, she sent me this with a box of stuff. But I wrote my list out on this. I wanted to touch base on a couple of things about the announcement so I wouldn't forget. So I don't have a drum roll and whatever, but drum roll please. Yes, this is what the announcement is. Are you ready? I'm ready, I think. Because once we say it, that's it. It's out in the universe, right? Okay. Drum roll please. The announcement is, I am opening a Patreon, yay! Or boo, whatever you feel. It's okay to feel what you feel. But I'm very happy. I'm excited about it. This is something I have been thinking about for, let's see, over a year and a half. This is something that I wanted to do because I love being able to create content and not have to be censored. And one of the things about YouTube is it's becoming very heavily censored. And there are a lot of topics and a lot of things that I want to be able to talk about with you guys in a live format or just like a, sit down kind of video format that we can talk about these things. And I've got 3 tiers. We will be over the next couple of, it's like a little more than 2 weeks away from the launch date, and I'm going to be teasing what the tiers are. I already designed the little headers for the tiers and come up with all the information for all the tiers. There's going to be 3 of them just to get my feet wet in the whole Patreon thing. And some of you may be like, well, what's Patreon? I've never heard of that before. Like my mom's like, what's Patreon? Well, Patreon is basically a subscription. I think you can do it month to month, or you can pay by donation or sorry, not donation, pay by like download or whatever. But basically Patreon is a way that you can you can support your favorite creators or content creators or artists. And basically what they will do is offer a few different tiers at different price points that you can then donate for, basically to keep them up and running as artists or creators. And also just get something in return. You're going to be able to get a lot in return from at least my platform. And what else was I going to say about that? Well, I got my list, so let me just see anything else. Well, for one, this was going to be a fresh way I can bring you that kind of uncensored, unfiltered kind of content that I've been just busting to get out there since this whole CV-19 thing really went wild here in this world. I really just almost felt like I can't say what I really want to say on a lot of my pick a cards and just do readings on things that I want to do readings on in general, just all sorts of things. But this is my YouTube channel, not this one, but my main one. I created it March 25th of 2019, but I did not post my first video till May 7th. I kind of built it up for, the people in my other community. And then I launched it on May 7th of 2019. So I've been at this for over 2 years now. And this was something that I thought, I never thought I would reach great heights or anything. And that's not my goal here at all. My goal is to reach as many people with loving messages as I can. And that's going to remain my goal indefinitely. But because your time and effort and investment that you put into something is a form of energy, is a form of currency, so to speak. And what I'm getting out of the ad revenue and all of that, it's a very unbalanced exchange. Even though it took me almost 10 months to get monetized, I was still lovingly and happily, and even still lovingly and happily putting this content out. But it's not a sustainable business model for me to be able to still offer everybody the free content. Nothing's changing on all my other platforms. Nothing's changing as a result of this Patreon. I'm still going to be able to offer this, and those who will be my patrons will be the ones helping me continue to do this for pretty much free on the YouTube platforms. I mean, all you do is pay with your eyeballs, watching some ads here and there. And that's another thing about my ads. My ad revenue has really, it's never been a big thing, but it's kind of based on how much of the video people watch. But because I'm, basically already telling you to only watch a third of the video if I have 3 pick a cards, it makes the percentage that you watch the video very low already. So that kind of hurts the ad revenue already. And then YouTube, I don't know what's going on with them, but I usually only put one ad about every 10 minutes or so. But YouTube has been bombarding my channel and a few other creators that I'm friends with, been bombarding our channels with ad after ad after ad. But yet we're not seeing the revenue from that. I even had a few people comment that there's just way too many ads on my videos and they're unsubscribing, which I totally understand, and I do not hold that against anybody. But this is a way that I can give my content also ad-free, because who wants to watch an ad? But yet that is how creators on YouTube get paid. It's kind of a weird slope that we're like teetering on, right? It's a whole thing. But this Patreon will help me to be able to continue to do what I do and spend the 30 plus hours a week on my YouTube channels that I've been putting forth without making way less than minimum wage before taxes. So this will just help me a little bit more so that I can accomplish more, reach more people, and not, basically be just trying to survive rather than be thriving, because I want to give you guys the message of thriving. And I would be a fraud if I were to say that, yeah, I'm thriving, you're thriving, we're all thriving. If I wasn't doing that. And then I can also help my mom even more. So yay, win, win, win. But a big part of what held me back for so long from doing this, I'd had this idea to create a Patreon so that I could actually start really giving the content that really has my heart. About a year and a half ago, like I said, but imposter syndrome got in my way all the way till 18K. Hey, that rhymed. But yeah, I'm now 18K subscribers. Yay. I never in my little mind here thought that I would ever reach that. I thought, if over the course of my YouTube existence, I could reach 10,000 wonderful, beautiful souls, I would feel like, wow, like that is such a pinnacle point. And even with 1 subscriber or 1,000,000 subscribers, no matter where I ever fall on that spectrum, I'm always so grateful to each and every one of you that you show up and watch what I'm producing for you guys. But imposter syndrome, that I was not a big enough YouTuber to be able to open a Patreon, and who am I to offer this content? I need to prove myself that I'm worth my salt or whatever. And my spirit team kind of sat me down the other night and they're like, you know what? You are worth your salt. You've been proving it. And it's not like I have to prove anything anyway, they told me. And, it's kind of a thing when you're already in like a lack mentality. Like I grew up very self-depreciating kind of thoughts in my head a lot. And I've worked very hard over these last 5 years to really temper all of those nasty ego mind things. You're not good enough. Who's going to buy anything anyway? And I'm not a salesman by nature. It's not something I want to do. I want whatever it is I'm offering, I want the person to want that more than I expect the money for it. You know what I mean? It's like, to me, it's an energetic exchange rather than here's money, here's my product, okay, let's walk away. Like when I sell you something, I want it to touch your soul. I don't want to just make a sale and on with my day. Like I will bend over backwards to hopefully make it so that you guys love what I'm offering for you, basically is what I'm saying. But imposter syndrome was a big thing for me, still is in other areas of life, and even this area I'm really working through it. Lots of shadow stuff surrounding my own self-worth has been coming up lately, and now I know why. But yes, there's my heart about my Patreon. So over the course of the next 2 weeks and a couple of days, I'm going to be leaking here and there little snippets of tier whatever, and this is what I'm offering over on Instagram. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's just at the Done Creative. There it is in the chat. Yes, that's my Instagram handle. If you want to check it out over there, I'm just going to be over these next, like I said, couple weeks, just putting little sneak peeks of what's to come over for Patreon. And then I'm hopefully going to create a video. Let's see, and I'm launching, I didn't mention this. I'm going to be launching this on September 6th on the new moon of 2021, obviously, at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time. And that's going to actually be on a Monday evening where I'm at. And I'm thinking of doing like a launch party live stream that night. It's just so we can all hang out. And what I would also do is have you guys that do become patrons. I would then, because I can't give away, I guess I looked like to see if you could buy memberships for people or just give certain people memberships, just out of, your own cut or whatever. But you can't do that. They don't have that currently. So what I would do is everybody during the launch party or before, depending when it launches or how everything goes, that has become a patron of any tier, doesn't matter, high, low, medium, whatever, we would put you guys in a drawing in the live stream here for a free reading here that night of the launch party. Does that sound like fun? Yes. So that's pretty much what I had to say. And I'm excited. I'm nervous. I keep, that imposter syndrome part of me is like, well, you'll probably have your 4 really close friends here in the chat become the patrons, and then everybody else is like, who's she kidding? But I'm tempering that back because no, that's not how this works. So yes, that's what I'm doing. And it's 7:17, Lori. There's our 17s and our, yes, I love it. Me and Lori have been seeing the number 17 everywhere lately. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back and read your comments, just see what you guys all think, or what you're saying. Ethan says drum roll. Okay. So, A. Ethan says A. Kirsten says ooh. Brandy's celebrating. Yay. Thank you so much, you all. Thank you. So exciting. Patreon is so awesome. Very secure for those of us to stay away from lower vibrational people. Hello, Pokey Journey. No, nothing's changing where I'm at currently. I will still be posting on Instagram. I will still be doing the readings here and the free question mosh pits once in a while. I will still be offering 1 to 2 videos per week on my main channel. Nothing changes. It's just I'm adding something. So where I'm showing up already, I'm still going to be in all those places and offering what I offer, at least until further notice anyway. So you will not lose me over here. So yeah, let's see. Let's see. I'm so excited for you. I will definitely be there, says Amber. Thank you so much. Linda says, Amanda, so exciting. Congrats. Thank you. Oh, yes, Lori wants to pay for Ethan's Patreon. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, I wonder how that would work. That's interesting. I'm sure there's a way people could figure out how to do that. I don't know. Okay. Also, yeah, 6:17 where Ethan's at. Okay, you guys, so awesome. I love you guys all, and I think that's all of my spiel. That's all I really want to get off my chest about super secret announcement. I think someone's like, is she pregnant or something? No. It is a baby of sorts, a new baby that we are birthing and creating a community together with. But yes, on another note, I did get some more crystals. Yes, the package that I got from Intervision I got it on Friday, but I showed them off on Saturday, which was my new citrine point and this singing Lemurian Quartz. That was actually the second of 2 orders that I ordered, but the other one didn't show up till Monday, and that is now here, so I can show you what came with that. Part of it's actually over here, so I'll grab it. It's on my router. Oh, past that computer chair. Okay, so here's just a piece of black tourmaline that is polished on a couple of the sides, and I get this. This is a great crystal to put on your router or near electronics, and the router's a big radiation tower basically in the house. So there's where that is going to reside for the most part. And then I got another Lemurian Quartz, and I got this one about a month back as well. So now I have 3, 2 of which are singing. Yay, my 2 newest ones are both singing. So I'll let you hear the tone of this one. Yay. It's so pretty. It's hard to hear it when you hold it. It kind of muffles the sound a little bit, but there we go. So that's the newest one. And then here's the one I got Friday. Different pitches, different sounds, right? I could start a band, get a bunch of them. Yeah. And then when you hold 2 singing ones together, they play off each other like so. So then, Jess Sandy, who comes to the chat here once in a while, she actually sent me this Agni Manatite, and it's hard to see. Let me actually turn my flashlight on. Don't want to blind you guys, but you can see through this. It's kind of a smoky color. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. Yeah. Why I love this so much. It's so powerful that I had to order me another one, which is so much bigger. I mean, look at that. So much bigger. I got the biggest one on the whole Intervision Crystal site. This one's such a big daddy, you cannot see through it at all. I mean, maybe just kind of on the edges there, but not through the middle. Not through the middle at all, but kind of on the edges you can. It's very cool. Very, very cool. And then also, last but definitely not least, my new Moldavite. Look at this. Yes, I'm kind of overpowering. Let me turn the, what do you call it? The power of this down, because it doesn't need to be so bright. Okay, let me shift this. So yes, there's my big Moldavite. Even at its lowest, without turning it off, it's hard to see through, but it's so beautiful and magical through a more diffused lighting situation. But yes, it's so much bigger, and it looks like a Bigfoot footprint, doesn't it? And there's even like toes. See, like the big toe and then a little toe sticking up right here. I love it. But when I was a kid, I loved the movie Harry and the Hendersons. And my kids already have a Sasquatch little stuffed animal guy named Harry. So I actually named this Jocko, which reminds me, it's funny because my brother always would use that name when we play like Barbies or G.I. Joes. Like he would always use that name for the guy that he was, Jocko. On the movie Harry and Henderson's, Jacques Lafleur was like the bad guy hunting Harry at the beginning, and like he had a really positive character arc where he was a bad guy that became a good guy, and the other guy, I can't remember his name, he was the Sasquatch doctor guy, like teaching about Sasquatch. He called the guy Jocko, and my brother from a young age thought that was cool. So I named this Jocko because it's like a Bigfoot footprint, and it even kind of curves in like the, what do you call that part of your foot, where it kind of curves up, the arch, I think. I don't know. I'm not up on my anatomy, but yeah, you can kind of see where it dips in. It totally looks like a foot more in real life than on the computer, but it's got bubbly kind of texture. I love it. It's going in my bra. Yes, so that's all of show and tell. That's all I wanted to show you. And I'm on a crystal buying hiatus for a while now. I feel comfortable with what I got. I don't feel the need to go buy any more anytime soon. I won't hold my breath. I'm at least the next month. I'm not gonna let myself buy anything because I'm really bonding and getting to know these crystals, and I need time. I need time to really get to know my crystals because they're friends. They're like family members, and I'm not Michelle Duggar, so if you know what that means, you know what that means. She's got like 19 kids, so I've got more than 19 crystals, but I've acquired them over time, and I have relationships with each of them. It's a whole thing. But anyway, here are my Agni Manatites. Yeah, that's what these are called, Agni Manatite. If I did not say that, I don't remember. So let me update the list, and we will dive right in. But we're going to be starting with Mackenzie and her aunt Laura, I believe. Bought her the reading, and Mackenzie is Amber's daughter, so happy birthday. She bought it for her birthday, so happy birthday, Mackenzie. So yes, after Lori's donation, we have Dana for a 1 card or yes no, and then we have 2 yes no questions from Danielle, from Danny. Thank you so much, Danny. Not DNA, Dana. And then Danny, I'll just put 2 why no like that. And then Dana was a 1 or a yes no or 1 card, depending when we get to your question, Dana. If you wanted a yes no question or a 1 card reading, either way, we will get into that for you. So there's the list, Ethan. Looks like you already kind of have that going on. So yeah, Dana was the only one that I saw she has donated. So thank you so much, Dana. I appreciate that. Take a drink of water because I've been rambling on for about 24 minutes now already. It's back to doing that weird sound. I don't know what it is. But I appreciate all of your lovely donations tonight. And once again, all of your donations do go to help my mom, whose house burned down in July of 2019. And she's still living in a little camper. If you guys ever want to see what went down with the house fire, us going through the home, looking through everything, the emotions involved, us tearing it down, there is a 3-part docu-series of that I have documented here on, it's on my other channel, but I have it here in the description if you want to check that out. Yeah, no worries, Ethan. I'm glad you could make the announcement, and hopefully we can figure out a way to get you on the Patreon. So fun, because we're going to have exclusive live streams on different topics over there, and on one of the tiers. Yeah, I'm not going to spill too many beans yet because I'm just so excited about so excited. So yes, we will be teasing about the different things we're going to be doing over there very soon. Hello everybody, let me catch back up here. Yes, you guys love the crystals, you love the green. Yeah, and all Moldavites do come in a green. They're either very light green, going up to almost dark, almost really not quite black, but very dark. I've seen some very dark. Mine tend to be on the more lighter side, except my new one's pretty dark until you shine light through it, and then it's much lighter and much more vibrant. You're so ready to order more crystals. So glad we had that show and tell. Yes. Okay, so we've got Sacred Moon Spiritual Connections. Thank you so much. Yes, that's you. That's you, Sacred Moon. I see you donating over here. Thank you so much. Oh, Moldavite is amazing. The price has gone woohoo way up lately because I think it's the demand of it. Everybody wants a piece, and that was a crystal that's been on my bucket list for almost 5 years now. I first heard about it in 2016, and I knew someday, some way, I would get me some, and then just didn't. And then Spirit, over the course of a few days, sent me 11 synchronicities about Moldavite. I hadn't been searching about it or anything, and it came to the last straw when a very spiritual friend that I had recently made said, I don't know why I feel the need to tell you this, but you need to go buy a Moldavite. And I'm like, okay, Spirit, I'm sold. I'm going to go do it tonight. So I did 6 hours of research to find a reputable source, because there is a lot. They're estimating 90% of what's on Etsy is actually fake. Pretty much, like someone's like it's 100% fake on eBay, but I'm sure there are authentic on eBay. But again, you want a picture of the one you're actually getting, and innervisioncrystals.com is the place I ordered mine, and the only place that I've ordered besides also markbayerski.com. I ordered this Moldavite trio, Herkimer Diamond Moldavite and Black Tektite from Tibet. I believe the authenticity of his as well. He has a YouTube channel, Mark Bayerski. The J is silent. He's got 2 YouTube channels, and then markbayerski.com is his crystal place where you can get a lot of crystal jewelry and just pieces of Moldavite. He is based in Spain though, so his pricing is a little higher because he does also infuse all of his crystals and pendants and jewelry and everything with healing intention and healing energies. And he's such an authentic soul. Just when you know, when you watch someone, you can really pick that up. And yeah, I've learned a lot from him, actually. Okay, so I think now that we have the list, maybe Ethan was going to go though, so I am going to make sure I have the list up to date. Thank you so much, April, aka Sacred Moon Spiritual Connection. We have you on the list as well. Okay. That's how I will put that. So if you donated and you are not on the list, let me know. If you can @ me, that will highlight your words orange so that I can actually see them. If I'm the only mod here keeping the list, sometimes I will miss things in the chat. So yes, just make sure, speaking of that, I didn't miss the chat. Let's see. And that was Sacred Moon Spiritual Connections first time here. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's going to be a fun evening. Let's see. Make sure I have everything else. Yes, it is a baby Bigfoot. I love that. All right. So I think we are up to date. So for Amber's question, for Mackenzie's birthday, if this is just a spirit-led question, I just want to get your confirmation on that, Amber, for Mackenzie's birthday, that this is going to be a message from Spirit, just anything Spirit wants Mackenzie to know. Is that what we're rolling with? Just confirm yay or nay on that for me, and then I will I'll get started. And since we were just doing the whole crystal spiel, we might as well start with the crystal deck. Whoa, already have something coming out for Mackenzie. hope Amber's still here, because I don't know if Mackenzie's actually here. Mackenzie's Amber's daughter, and her Aunt Laura was the one that actually donated. So, yeah. Oh, and we have another donation coming in from Queen Bee. Thank you so much, Queen Bee. We will get you on the list here as well. There we go. Do that before we dive into Mackenzie's reading. Okay. I'm not hearing from Amber, so I hope this is a go. So, wow. We have Blue Lace Agate with Find Your Calm and Selenite, Clear the Clutter. So as a message for Mackenzie, sorry, like I've got some, so gross, sorry. But the wildfires are really bad here, and at least I have my voice, so yay. Not very fun dealing with all that. But yes, here we go. For Mackenzie, yes. So clear the clutter with selenite, find your calm with blue lace agate. And what I'm seeing as the message from Spirit, there just may be a lot of chaotic and frenetic energy around Mackenzie. Maybe she's really busy or just has a lot going on. A lot of people want to talk to her or be in her energy. And what I'm seeing with this is Spirit wants her to find some calm, find some peace, do something kind of on her own, or maybe something more spiritual, meditation, drawing, painting, just doing something creative or on her own out in nature to really find that calm within the storm of life is what I just heard. Also with clear the clutter, to me this doesn't have to necessarily be in her home, although it can be, because as within so without. But this almost to me feels like energetic clutter, just a lot of other people's opinions, like especially when you're scrolling social media, like you get the clutter of everybody else's mind. That's the bad thing. I mean, it's both the good and bad things. There are good and bad things about social media, but one of the bad things is it's almost like you didn't give your full permission for whatever it is you read next and the next and the next and the next. So it's almost like they're showing me for Mackenzie to set, and for all of us, we can all do this, for Mackenzie to set an intention if she is going on social media, that she will only see the things that uplift her, that she will only see the things that are meant for her, that are higher vibrational, and that will really help. But just clearing her own mind, clearing the fog, clearing the mind, just clearing that out, because there's a lot going on in the world, and we can easily take on, what the news is saying is going on over here or over here, and then we bring that anxiety into our own lives, even if what's going on in our own little bubble looks, calm, cool, and collected. But just projecting our consciousness onto something else, we can then bring it back to us. So Spirit's saying it's going to be very important for Mackenzie coming up to be really careful about what she's consuming, like especially with her mind. Although what she's drinking and eating can also be something she can watch and make sure she's getting the best things and not over consuming certain things. But yeah, as a result of this kind of crazy energy she's got going on, or just feeling a little busy or a little all over the place and just needing to clear it out, as a result of that, there is a new beginning coming for her. There's a new door. It's not even an open door. Like the door is not even on this archway here. The door has been removed. So it's like it's very open for her to walk right through. So there may be something coming up for her, or maybe she recently started something new job, new something. But at the very least, this is new energy coming in as a result of clearing out some stuff that's just not really serving her anymore. And this is going to be much better. And on the back of the deck, we've got dreams. So this card, dreams here, I think she's going to be getting some spirit guide communication through dreams, or maybe a crossed over loved one is going to be visiting her in the dreams. But she's also going to maybe be having dreams about things she can do to make her life easier and more fulfilling, maybe even some prophetic dreams or precognitive kind of dreams. So that is for Mackenzie. Thank you so much, Lori. She says, please don't forget to give the live stream a big thumbs up. I appreciate that. It's interesting because when, I think it was about 4:30 my time, I looked at the video because I wanted to update my donation list, and it said I had 7 likes. I was like, oh wow, that's cool. And then I came back not that long after that to, what was I doing? I was doing something else, but that page was still up, and it went down to 2 likes. I'm like, okay, YouTube's at it again, adding all these ads to my channel, and now they're taking likes away. I don't know what's going on, but whatever. So I appreciate all your likes. That helps. Every little bit helps, even if YouTube likes to snatch them all away. But this is another reason Patreon will be good because I'll feel like I have more creative control of just what's going on in my content. Okay, so up next we've got Michelle Lynch. She's got 2 questions and a yes, no. Okay. So we will get that one there, and there's our list. So Michelle Lynn, she says, what will my wedding be like? Hopefully less stressful than my brother's. Curious if I will possibly have a fall outdoor wedding. Ooh, if I had it to do over again, I got married in the fall, not in the fall, in the spring. May 23rd is my anniversary date. And it's usually cold and rainy on Memorial Day weekend here in Montana. So we planned an indoor wedding thinking, okay, it's gonna be cold and rainy. It was like 87 degrees on my wedding day. And I was like, man, I really wish I had an outdoor venue, but everything happened as it was supposed to. But yeah, I think not that I want to have to do it all over again, because I'm glad that part of my life is said and done and I can just enjoy the marriage rather than have to plan another wedding. But maybe in another life I will get married in the fall because it is my favorite season. Isn't that the most basic B thing to say? I love the fall, but I do. I love it. Okay, let's find out. We're going to actually go first to the Crystal Angels Oracle. Okay, ceremony. Look at this. They're answering it directly with the Emerald card here. Ceremonies and celebrations. It's a time of important life passages such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, or anniversaries. And to me, this is letting you know, coming from your heart, that beautiful green chakra energy that the emerald resonates really beautifully with. Maybe you're having a color as that really deep emerald green, kind of the color of Lori's little L here on her profile pic. That really deep, very beautiful jewel tone of emerald green might be one of your wedding colors. That is a beautiful fall color. I love that deep color, that deep green color paired up with a lavender. Like, that is probably the most, if I had to put like a very opulent or royal, I know purple's very royal, but to me, regal and opulence would be dripped in like emerald green and lavender combination with silver and gold accents. I love that. I don't know why. My wedding was actually inspired by that movie Marie Antoinette with Kirsten Dunst, who, fun fact, was actually born 2 days after me, same year. So we have very similar birth charts, but she really inspires me as a creator, as an actress. But I had a pink and blue with gold and ivory and silver accent wedding. And when I'm like, oh yeah, I have pink and blue wedding colors, people are like a baby shower? But like, let me get the thing out here. I'll just grab it. We're not even into Michelle's question. I'm just rambling on, but let me get it. It's hanging in my hallway out here. I'll just grab it. The top is very dusty. This is a pretty sad realization on my end, but it was very Marie Antoinette. Yes, so there we go. That's my wedding colors, kind of that pink and blue. And this was our cake topper, this kind of scripty D here for done. But I glued every single one of those Swarovski crystals on there. And you may recognize this bad boy from a lot of my pick a cards or my intuitive exercises. That was one of the 3 butterflies, 1, 2, and then the other one on my wedding cake as well. Yeah. But those are my wedding colors. I don't know why I felt I had to show you that, but there it is. But yeah, I think that card came out because it's coming from your heart. You're going to be able to actually have the wedding of your dreams, the wedding of your heart, exactly what you want. So let's see. Let's go into the tarot from Michelle Lynn's question about her wedding without me rambling any further. Yeah, I'm still curious how your brother's wedding is going to go. If it's going to actually, I mean, Spirit showed us a couple different timelines with that whole wedding thing. So what will Michelle Lynn's wedding be like? Okay. Telling me the top one of these. Okay, yeah. So this to me feels like you're planning this yourself, because this, normally in the regular Rider-Waite depiction, this is a very chaotic energy. Everyone's fumbling for, what if we do this? No, what if we do that? What if we do that? To me, this feels like you're actually the one maybe that's why I wanted to show you that. Mine was a very DIY wedding. I made everything that I could make, and everything that I had to purchase, I got the best deal, or, maybe even bartered services for. Like I really worked it out where I had upwards of a $20,000+ wedding on a very low budget, just because I did it all myself for the most part. But that's kind of what I see with you. But if you're kind of more that hands-off person that just wants to leave that to someone else or whatever, I mean, you can absolutely do that. But I think you would save a lot of money if you kind of did the DIY wedding thing. But yeah, outdoors. I do see it as being outdoors and kind of going into the evening. Look, we've got this torch or this firelight up here that they are reaching for. So maybe you have an area where there's a bonfire, or even just like tabletop like tea lights or something where people could make their own s'mores or something. I don't know. They're showing me kind of DIY, but kind of fun and yet sophisticated, yet laid back. Like, if that's your vibe, then yay, do it. You think it's a go? Yes. That's awesome. I hope so. I mean, how long have they been waiting to get this thing done? All right, Michelle Lynn's wedding. It's okay. I need ideas. Yeah, look, and you're going to have a lot of different choices, because I think one part of you wants your wedding to look one way, but then there's something that's almost the exact opposite of this kind of aesthetic over here, different aesthetic, that you love just as much as the other one. So it's almost like you're going to have to kind of maybe use Pinterest. I kind of wished Pinterest, it's probably a saving grace. Pinterest wasn't around when I got married in 2009, or maybe it was around, I just wasn't on there yet. I think I joined in 2010. But if Pinterest had been a thing in my life at the time of my wedding, I probably would have had that analysis paralysis. Oh, I want this wedding, that wedding, that one, that one. I just basically had to take my inspiration of that movie Marie Antoinette and run with it. And that was that. I looked up many, I was actually on a website called weddingbycolor.com, and me and all the girls I met on that website, we'd planning our weddings and like, oh yes, and we'd share photos of inspiration. Like, it was really fun, close-knit little community. So maybe finding some sort of online bride community. I know back in the day, the Knot had a community for brides. I wasn't a part of it, but I was on weddingsbycolor.com or weddingbycolor.com. I don't even know if it still exists. It's been years since I even thought about that website, let alone been there. But finding a place you can hang out and plan your wedding and talk with other, if you're wanting to do the DIY thing, maybe DIY brides, Google that, see if you can find a place to hang out with like-minded people. Looking forward to my dress and having my future husband's jaw drop. Yes. Look, you're very inspired. So whatever it is you're doing to plan this wedding, you're very inspired. I think the wedding planning is going to really open something up within you. And it's interesting because after I was done planning my wedding, it's almost like I had a planning hangover. Like, I had almost no life purpose. I'm like, I've been planning this wedding for like 9+ months, and now the wedding's over and I have no sense of purpose in my life, because I didn't have kids or anything yet, obviously, for me. But I just almost had this like hangover, or almost like dark night of the soul after the wedding. Like, now what? Not that I was that bride it was all about the wedding, because it was definitely all about the marriage, but just me putting that creative spin on the wedding was so much fun for me. I loved it. So I think this might even inspire you to, I don't know, because it's interesting. A lot of those brides from that website then went on, I think 3 or 4 of the close girls I was close to, which I haven't talked to any of them in years, but 3 or 4 of those really close out of the 10 or so girls I really talked to on there went on to become like event planners or wedding coordinators. So, I mean, maybe that's gonna inspire something in you. I don't know. Let's just get one more card. Overall impressions of this wedding, the energy going on during the wedding. Yeah, major celebration. You're gonna have all your bridesmaids. This is like a very soul family energy, sisterhood energy, and just celebration. I mean, this is perfect. They're showing me, everything's not going to go off perfectly, just like my wedding. Not everything happened perfectly, but in the moment, I was so in the moment and happy that I was marrying my husband, and just, this is my wedding day. I can't believe it. Even when this didn't work out, or that didn't, many things went wrong that day, nothing major, nothing crazy major, but little things. I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm having so much fun. It's fine. It was meant to happen this way all along. And I think you're going to be that bride. No Bridezilla in Michelle Lynn's future. So yes, I love that question. That's beautiful. All right, what was your next question, dear? And then you also had a yes, no, or one card question after that. And then up after Michelle Lynn's couple questions, we got Lori and then Dana's yes, no, or one card read. Oh, and this flopped out. So you will be marrying your soulmate or twin flame connection there, Michelle Lynn. As I'm putting everything away, that flopped right out. So yay! All right. But yeah, if you want a wedding in the fall, I think you're going to be able to have that wedding in the fall. I really do. Because it's all about whatever is on your heart at the time. Whatever your heart desires, your beautiful little heart desires, you're going to be able to pull it off. How many times do you see me moving in this lifetime? Currently in Jersey, but I know this won't be my forever. Okay, let me take a drink of my water. We're going to tap in. I was told I could move to Pennsylvania or Connecticut in about 2 years and possibly California in the far future. I'm just really interested in what my new life would be like. Okay. When I read Pennsylvania, Spirit's like, ding, 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 we have a winner. I think your energy would really thrive in Pennsylvania. But one thing you can do, Michelle Lynn, is go on Google, just look up astrocartography. Let me delete this list, and then I will post that word because it's a long word. Cartography, and that will, based on your birth information, your birth chart information, show you on the U.S. map or the world map where your energy would thrive either to live or visit. So look into that. Yeah, look into that. But anyway, let's see. How many times, let's roll the dice. And of course, maybe even taking into account how many times you've already moved in your life. That if we get a high number here, let's just roll the dice to start. We've got an 11. So maybe 11 times. Again, timelines shift and change, but this is the ultimate potential of the biggest. Okay, so maybe you're moving 11 hours away, or 11 miles away, or I don't know, what else could 11 represent? Yeah, if you've never moved I'm not even talking like city, but like different homes. So if you grew up in one home, now you live in another home, that would be 2. So kind of take it like that. Or if you've had a couple apartments or, whatever, kind of count those into that number 11. Because Spirit's like, it's going to be a big number. So yeah, before I even rolled, I'm like, if this is a big number. Okay, yeah, look, you're going to have your options. And there's a 7 on that 7 of cups. Oh, same home as always. Wow, that's interesting. But let's figure out. I think when it is time for you to move, you're going to have options. And there may even be, they're showing me too, maybe your husband travels for work, or maybe the two of you want to travel a little while before you have kids, if that's what you want to do, or whatever the case may be. Or maybe this is even you having multiple homes, maybe, because maybe the 11 doesn't mean the actual number 11. Maybe it means 1 and then another. So it's like, 1 and then 1 equals 2. I don't know. Maybe it could be 2. But I see you having at least 3 different homes with your future partner. So that's interesting. I see maybe like a starter place that you two move in together to begin with, and then you buy your first home after that. And then after, a while after that, you then buy a more dream home type of situation. That's really what they're showing me. But being able to travel, I think, is going to be really important to at least your husband. But if you're not someone who travels much or doesn't want to travel, it's like he gives you his travel bug. And you may even live overseas for a while. That's a potential. It doesn't have to actually be that way, but it looks to me like a potential. Let's get one more card of validation or confirmation on this. The moon. Wow. And it's interesting because they're like, the moon will reach everywhere she could move. She will see the same moon from wherever it is she's at. But it's almost like, to me, one wolf is on one coast, one wolf is on another, both howling at the moon. So it's almost like you may even, again, go overseas is really what I see. Maybe your husband's from overseas, or you have like a dual citizenship. Maybe that's what that 11 reminds me of, like dualism. And then when I set it back down a minute ago, it was on the 2. So I don't know. I really do feel you will have options though. And Spirit's not wanting to just narrow it all down to one thing, because there are so many potentials to your future that they don't want to just put you in one box. But I think wherever it is you move, you will be near a coastline, either on a lake or an ocean or a sea. You want to be near water because there is this strong connection for you and water. If that's not your life yet, I think this is something in the later part of your life. You're really going to be drawn and connected to water if you aren't already. So yeah, East Coast or West Coast, I just heard. So I think ultimately, if your dream or plan is to go to California, then you can absolutely do that. And two of your cards were cups, the King of Cups and then the Seven of Cups. So that's water energy. And then the moon, look at all that water energy, and the moon, supposedly controls the tides. So, I mean, water is a big theme in your life, and being near water and different ley lines that maybe coincide with what's going on in your astrocartography, maybe looking into that as well. All right, so next question for Michelle Lynn, and then after that we've got Lori and then Dana, yes, no, or one card, and then Danny's 2 yes, no questions. All right, we're really trucking along, guys and gals. I always say guys, and I guess that's can be considered offensive now, and I never mean to be offensive to anyone. So if I call you guys, hey you guys, I always mean including guys and gals, right? It's just from the 90s, like, hey guys, let's go do this. Hey guys, let's go do that. Like, it's a 90s kids thing. But someone told me on one of my, it's been probably over a year ago, someone told me in a comment that me calling everyone guys is offensive. And I was like, I don't want to be offensive. I'm so sorry. Okay. So Michelle Lynn says, is September my month to finally, after over a year, get my butt back to the gym and gain back my confidence? I know Spirit has always wanted me to slow down, but it's always been my therapy. Let's find out. We're going to go to the answers simple deck. For Michelle Lynn, is September going to be the month? I just heard Nike, just do it. Spirit said, Nike, just do it. If these gyms are open in your area, Michelle Lynn, they're saying to just make, even around the new moon, which would be September 6th. That's the launch date of my Patreon. That's how I know that off the top of my head. But they're showing me that you going on like the new moon would be a really good time, or the day after the new moon, somewhere in there where the moon is gaining momentum again. Would be a great day to, if you need to re-up that membership, to want to re-up at that time and get back out there. Get back on that horse, I just heard as well. We have here step away from the crowd, which is what you were doing. That's what you've been doing. That's interesting. And then we have the 1 + 8 is 9. So you're closing that cycle where you're kind of isolated and on your own. You're closing that cycle. Okay, so we're going to have to do 2 cards for this. So they're basically confirming exactly where you're at now, what you're feeling now. So let's get an update on this energy. Is September the month Michelle Lynn gets back to the gym? They're already telling me it's up to you. Very, very much up to you. But speak with love. Maybe you're meeting your guy. That could be a good incentive. At the very least, just feeling good about the skin that you're in so you can feel good about yourself when you meet this person. I never think that we should, make our bodies look a specific way so we can attract someone. I think we need to make our bodies look a certain way for ourselves, if that's our prerogative, for ourselves, so that we can feel our best in our bodies. And then maybe the partner can appreciate the body, all the work you've done at the gym, But look, big changes are coming if you get back to the gym. 32 adds up to 5. And speak with love. So this is you taking it very easy to start out with and really loving yourself through this transition, because they're showing me that maybe you had gained a few pounds, not that there's anything wrong with that, but you just don't feel as like at home in your body as you did when you felt like you were really in control of movement and what you're eating and just feeling really good about, your level of activity in a day. But that's how you met your ex. Well, maybe you're going to be meeting someone new this way as well. But at the very least, you're falling back in love with yourself, because you're going to, it's like you're feeling, how do I word this? It's like you're feeling maybe right now just not as good about yourself as you were a year ago, or however long ago this was that you stopped going to the gym. And once you get back on that horse, so to speak, and get the ball rolling with the momentum, the movement, the weights, the cardio, the whatever it is you're doing at the gym, after 3 months, you're really going to see and notice a difference in your energy levels and just in the way that you feel within your body. Weight up and down. I am skinnier but less muscle. Yeah, that tends to happen because what muscle does way more than fat. And of course, when we're not doing a lot, that muscle can kind of break down, and then it's like we've got this going, right? We've all got a little something going, right? And it's okay if we have that, and it's okay if we want to get rid of that. It's okay. Like, there is no one body type for all of us, but on the back of the deck, look, call your spirit home. It's almost like you don't feel very at home in the state that your body's in. And I think it's just because you feel like you want to get up and move, get up and dance, just be moving and feeling like that beautiful spirit, that energy is moving through your body. And a great way for us to connect to spirit is to move our bodies, because that's how we can get the energy flowing in our lives as well. So yeah, I'd say September is a great time to start, especially near or right after that new moon would be amazing time to start. But spirit's leaving it up to you. Like, if you want to start, go ahead and start. If not, you can wait a little longer. But ultimately, the green light is a go right now. But if you want to wait till September, then it will be available at that point. So yay, Michelle Lynn. All right, Lori, it's your turn. And then Dana is on deck. Dana on deck. And then Danny is on second deck, or whatever it's called. I don't know the whole thing. You are so welcome, Michelle, and thanks again for your lovely donations. All right. I'll just double check delete those deals there. Okay. I like to keep the PayPal notifications top of my notifications there. Amanda, please just give me whatever spirit maybe Pop wants me to know right now, maybe about the full moon coming up. Just do your thing. It always resonates for me. Yay! And we have our meeting tomorrow, our mentorship meeting session with Lori tomorrow. So that's going to be, I'm looking forward to that as always. All right. Woo. What else? What does Lori need to know from spirit? Maybe Pop coming on in. Okay, wow. So there is some important information coming in already. Literally, it says it on this card. Wait for important information from the oracle. So to me, this is very, she's burning some smoke here, maybe some incense. So Pop's showing me specifically you doing some sort of candle ritual, especially during the full moon, where you are tuning into your ancestors, especially that line with Pop and Nona and everybody, tuning in and tapping into them, because they really want to connect to you. There's something that they want information-wise to get to you. It could be through watching a random pick a card. It could be through your own thought process or writing things out. But there's something they want you to know, or something that's coming for you. I think it's going to actually happen after the full moon, but they're saying, wait for information or important information. Wait. So this is almost like, not to say you can't get information now, but there's something very important they want you to know coming up. So just prepare, do a little ritual during the full moon, and yeah, you will see what's going on. No, you didn't miss too much. We're just answering questions. We're not quite to your question yet, so we're still good to go at April. Almost called you Amber. Okay, Sage. Be devoted and committed, which you already are. And interesting, this next card, I'm excited. You are committed, you are devoted to getting this information and all of your lovely rituals and your, connection to your ancestors. You already are very connected to them. And then look, howl at the moon, Lori. Get ready to howl at the moon. We got the she-wolf, unleash the wild within, and there's a full moon behind her. So this is going to be a time when you can really tap into that beautiful spirit, that wild, untamed spirit. And by untamed, I mean untamed by the 3D world. You have not been beaten to submission at all. You are unleashing that wild near and on and then after the full moon. So there is a new part of your beautiful essence coming online for you after the full moon. Let me actually open this window. They were pointing to another deck over here on my shelf. So there must be a music message coming in from Pop, and the forest fire smoke, forest fire sunset kind of thing going on out here. So it's very orange light, makes this one very bright. So let me turn this down a bit. Okay, it's a little bit shadowy, but it was just so dark in here, and it's going to be dark here in the next hour or so anyway, so I want to get that last little bit of sunlight in here for the day. All right, we're going to the music oracles. Anything Pop wants Lori to know, or Spirit? I think Pop. I think there's a song or an artist maybe Pop wants you to listen to. I know how he is with music. Wow, we have Joni Mitchell. Look at that. Beautiful. Learn to write in your own blood. So I don't think they're asking you to do any kind of like blood thing where you're poking and then writing with blood, but I'm connecting that blood to the ancestors that we were just talking about. That's what I really see. Learn to write in your own blood. Oh my gosh, this makes so much sense with the automatic writing, channeling Nona and Pop. That's what you're going to be doing. Writing in blood, but not like literal blood, but like blood as in ancestors. Oh, I'm glad he told me to get this deck. I love that. Some things need confessing, others are better left unsaid. Never lose sight of the miraculous. Wow, look at that. That's so powerful. And I'm really drawn. These are they almost look orangey, but I'm really wanting to say yellow too. So like orange is your sacral, and then yellow is the solar plexus. So those two chakras are going to be very important for you during the next full moon, all the way leading up to the next new moon. Orange and yellow. If you have an orange or yellow shirt or things that you can wear, candles, these are very important colors for you. So let's get one more. These music oracles are so fun. I'm not putting them away. I'm going to leave them out for next week's pick a card readings, I think. All right. Well, okay then. Fine. I'll get two. Like two more. I was just going to get one. Like, no, that one too. That one too. Okay. Wow. So we have here Deborah Harry, or Debbie Harry, Blondie. And interesting, she's also very beautiful blonde. Fools mistake their flesh for plastic. Wow. There's a regard to the word flesh, which to me means the body. And so fools mistake their flesh for plastic. I think this is another ancestor message. So there might be something in that, maybe even writing that out and then ruminating on that. They're telling me not to give you an interpretation. They want you to interpret what that means. Fools mistake their flesh for plastic. So whatever that means to you, maybe writing it out or automatic writing with that. It's not enough to be beautiful. You need to know how to be beautiful. That's tapping into that soul. And stay open to new things, and you will never stagnate. Yeah, you're opening to new things. There are new facets of you coming online, new facets of your soul. So we have here also Kate Bush. Look at that. We have never let go of mystery, cultivate nostalgia for what never was. That's an interesting sentiment. Cultivate nostalgia for what never was. Remember when you were younger maybe, and you had a dream in your heart that just never came true. Well, maybe allow yourself to just kind of daydream on what would have happened if you had followed through, X, Y amount of years ago, right? Also, the arrows of desire are sometimes dipped in poison. So it kind of flies in the face of those dreams, being nostalgic for something that never happened. Maybe that was divine protection, and realizing these dreams you had that never came true in the past were for your divine protection. Wow, powerful. These are things you don't just say it and then you move on. Like, you really ruminate on these things. And we have 9 people here and 11 likes on the video. And I've been seeing 9/11 on my clock, both day and night, for weeks, almost months now. So yes, these are powerful messages. And 911 is not a bad angel number. It's actually a really good angel number. It basically means you're coming into your own. So interesting. Yes, Amanda, I really understand this message. I'm so excited. Remember that I lit 3 orange, 3 yellow, and 2 white candles for the new moon. That's right, you did. I love this. Yep, I know what this means too. Cool. Well, I can't wait to hear all about it. I know the full moon is after our meeting tomorrow, but I will see you again after that next Thursday as well. But on the back of the deck, see beyond the current situation. So some of that information that I had put back in this deck here, that information that you were going to be getting from ancestors, it's going to help you be able to see through the current situation or whatever's going on at the time that you receive the information. Okay? So I hope that resonated, Lori. Wow, kind of mysterious. I like that. I like that, though, when spirit kind of makes us think. It's fun. It really gets us in the mode to channel. I love it. And you are a powerful channeler, Lori. So I love that. I'm not putting it away. That's right. I'm going to put it back here just for now. And I'll put the box away. How about that? All right. So up next, we've got Dana's yes, no, or one card read. So Dana, go ahead and post your question, dear. I'm going to put this away. And on to Dana's question. Take a drink of my water. We have Pika Lee donating for 2 questions over here as well. I'll get you on the list, dear. All right. Thank you, precious Amanda. Can't wait for tomorrow. Aw, me too. I always look forward to Lori Thursday. I almost wish it was called Lursday. Lori Lursday. I'm weird, but that's why you like me anyway, right? Oh, fun. Okay. So Dana, I hope you're still here. Just let us know your question and we'll get right into it. And then Danny, your 2 yes-no questions will be right after Dana. And then April's question, aka Sacred Moon. And then Queen Bee, and then Pika Lee. So we're just trucking right on through. You are so cute. I gave Lori a sneak peek not only of my tier and the information of the different tiers for Patreon, but I showed her my little pictures for each tier, and she liked them. So fingers crossed you guys like them too. I will give you a hint. It incorporates my logo. That's all the spoilers you're getting tonight. I'm actually going to be posting one of them, tier number 1. I'm going to be posting the picture of it tomorrow. I won't be letting you know what is included in the tier, but I'm going to just let you see it and know what the name of it is, because I named them all 3 different things. And Lori, I actually switched the words on the middle and end tier ones. I switched the words. The word that came after is now the first word, and I took the IAN off the second word of the middle tier. And I put that word before the other, the original first word. You know what I'm saying? I flip-flopped I gave it more of a adjective than noun rather than noun adjective. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say too much because it'll give away. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I've got at least 3 months of different guests planned for. That was the one thing I think I told you guys. I would be having live streams where I would be just discussing different spiritual topics or, whatever it is with guests. And I have a few YouTubers that are wanting to guest and excited about it. So yay. We're going to get deep with some cool topics. One person is a crystal healer. Another person does human design. Another person does biohacking, like using your consciousness to biohack your health, your body, your physical vessel. We're going in, guys. Those are the first 3 months. Those are the people I have signed up to that are excited to come and do these things. So, yes. All right, I am not seeing Dana, so we're going to go ahead and jump over to Danny's 2 questions. Dana, when you come back, we will definitely honor your question when you come back. So we will put her on hold over for now. Hold over, Dana. And I know, internet cuts in and out and things happen, so I totally get it. Okay, so let me go to Danny. Put Danny at the front of the list, and Danny, you can go ahead and post your first question, and we'll get right into it. You guys know me and my tangents, so it's going to be interesting to have guests and try to stay on target rather than off tangent. It'll be fun though. Learning curve for me though. I'm gonna have to actually do a, what do you call it? It's 811 here, 911 where Pika Lee is. Yes, 911. I'm gonna have to learn like an OBE, I think it is, streaming thing where I can have guests. Because if I were to just do it through YouTube, which I'm not doing it on YouTube anyway because I'm doing it on Patreon. So either way, I have to get like an OBE thing, like StreamYard, or what are some other ones? I think Zoom will be an OBE, or not. It's not an OBE, but I think it would count. I don't know. I have to do some research and figure out how to stream to Patreon and how to. I already found where I'm hosting my videos that I'm gonna then upload or give access to my patrons. And exclusive pick cards as well. Like, I'm not gonna spill too many beans, but yeah, that's just some little taste of what's coming on Patreon. Again, it won't interfere with anything else that I already offer. That'll all still be around, and I will still continue putting forth that content as well. So Danny says, does E have romantic feelings for me? Let's go right in. For Danny's yes/no question, number 1. Woo! Okay, we have here trust. So trust your intuition. Trust that if you have a feeling that E has feelings for you, that it might be true. Trust. You're being asked to trust your inner guidance system or your intuition. Let me just see, get one more card on this. Does E have romantic feelings for Danny? Okay, well, we have here choose a new direction. So you're being asked to trust, but at the same time, choose a new direction. There may be someone's energy that's better suited as a couple for you than E. Even if you have romantic feelings for E, and E has romantic feelings for you, Spirit's kind of letting you know that there may be someone better for you than E. Even though, again, when we're in puppy love or think we're in love or we have a crush or whatever it is, we couldn't possibly reconsider and choose someone else in that moment. But Spirit's saying, trust that whoever is meant for you is meant for you. But I do see, back of the deck, he does have romantic feelings for you. So you could make this a thing. But I do think ultimately there's someone who would be better suited for your energy. I think your personalities are just slightly too much different that as a long-term couple, you might feel compatible at first, but as a long-term couple, things feel very like he's just all into one thing, you're all into another, and it's like it's hard to find that kind of common ground a lot of times. That's what Spirit's showing me for question number 1. But yeah, he does have those romantic feelings, so there's that. So Danny's second question, go ahead and post. And then on deck we got Sacred Moon, aka April. And then Pika Lee's 2 questions, which I forgot to put ×2 behind Pika Lee. There we are. Okay. Hopefully Dana will find her way back to the chat before I gotta go tonight. Are E and D still together? Let's find out. I'm already hearing they at the very least, there's still love between them, at the very least. But let's find out from the cards. Are E and D still together? Danny's question. Okay. Well, if you believe, do you? Again, Spirit's really, this is interesting, Danny. They said, trust for that first card, for that other question. And then now they're saying, if you believe, your intuition is on point. So if you think they are still together, then they probably are. If you think they are donezo, they probably are. It's just there may be still some feelings intertwined. So use your intuition, because I don't think that you're wrong at all. I think you're right on target. But let's just see if Spirit will let us know. Yeah, look, on the back of the deck, I'm ready to shuffle it again, but on the back of the deck it said no. And you got a big yes to the other one. So again, even if they're not together, there's still some love between them. There's still some issues they're working out, or maybe there is yet another chance they're gonna get back together. That's what I'm really reading with that. It's like no, but ... unfinished business. Let's just get one more, just any other further clarification from Spirit if E and D are still together. Here we are. If it'll come out. Okay, Well, big happy changes are coming to D and E's lives, but I just don't see that they are going to be, together. These are changes that are gonna take them in two different directions. Is really what I see. So I hope that resonated and didn't confuse you further. But no, I don't see. Even if they are together, it's like there's love there, but like it's like they each have one foot out the door yet, or at the same time. If, oh yeah, we're still here, there's still unfinished business, but like I'm still like one foot out the door. Like that's what I really see with that connection. Yeah, I don't know with the likes. It's just weird. It's weird. They take them, they give them back. Sometimes they never give them back. I don't know. I don't ask questions, and spirits got my back anyway. So even if I don't end up with any likes on the video, I intuitively know you guys have sent your love, and that's all that matters. Whether it's documented for all to see or not, that's not what matters. All right. You are so welcome, Danny. Thank you so much. So April, it is your turn, my dear. Go ahead and post your question. And then Queen Bee is next, and then Pika Lee is on deck. Yeah, we're really trucking through, and I hope Dana comes back before I gotta go, or before we run out of donations. Otherwise, of course, I will honor her question. Next time she comes, she will be the one we start with. That's how it works here, guys. So if you ever have to leave, you can do one of two things. You can let me or a mod know, hey, I gotta go. I can ask my question later if that's okay. Absolutely can. Or if you have to go and just still want your question answered, I can timestamp it for you. And then when this question posts to my page, I will leave a comment with your name and your timestamp so you can always come back. That is a service I can offer here until I get bigger. If I do get bigger here on this channel, I still have a small enough little close-knit community over here that I can still offer that for you guys. But as things grow, things might evolve or change over time. But at least for now, that's what we can do. Well, we more than like you. We love you. Oh, thank you so much, Lori. You're so sweet. I would like to know about my spiritual journey and my gifts, please. I love this question. Let's get right into it for April. Anything Spirit wants to divulge about her spiritual path, her spiritual gifts, her spiritual journey. Okay, well, the first thing that came out is healer. So you definitely are a healer. You are somebody who heals with your words, with your touch, with your creations. Whatever it is you do, it's like the glitter. It's like glitter. Everywhere you go, you leave that little healing touch or mark of yourself on it. The hugs you give your friends and family, the beautiful, kind words that you say to people. You just heal people with your presence, and it's beautiful. And that is such a gift. That is such a gift that you have cultivated over lifetimes, is what they're showing me here, April. You have done this over lifetimes, and you can manifest things. You can manifest your own illnesses and your own health. It goes both ways, because when you are all up in your head at times and talking negatively to yourself, or just feeling really yucky about life, it's almost like at those times you get a cold or a flu or whatever's going around, but it's you that's either creating these things, which is good news, because then you can then heal whatever's going on in your life. So if you have any kind of chronic illness or ailments, you have the power ultimately to heal from whatever it is. Whatever it is, you have the power to heal from this. It's just the reason that you take on certain illnesses or things going on in your life at times, April, is because you, as a third dimensional body, want to learn some lessons from having whatever it is. Even if it's as simple as a cold here and there, you want to learn something from it. Your soul is very curious soul. But you're also someone who is a teacher. And it says here, you inspire young people to learn. And I told someone recently, a beautiful lady here comes here, Vicky. I told her recently, she's terrified of teaching, but she keeps getting this message to be a teacher. And I told her, Vicky, if I was the same age you were, 24, and someone told me I would have to be a public speaker or a teacher in some way, I would tell them they were crazy. I would never do that. I could never do that. I just would never want to do that. But as time evolved, of course, now here I am. I'm teaching in a way. Again, I'm not standing up in front of a classroom. And this is really what I see with you, April, is you teaching through, maybe things you're even creating, like offerings, courses or classes that you're creating online. but you have the ability also to teach, especially those younger than you, those older than you, those your same age. I mean, it's all relative because we're all souls anyway, and the age that we are in this incarnation really doesn't matter in the grand scheme. But you are an amazing teacher. You teach and you heal. You don't just heal, you teach. You don't just teach, you heal. It's like almost like two sides of the same coin. They could never ever be separated. We also have talk to your angels, so you really are gifted at connecting to your. I got major chills. Wow, major chills, April. This is powerful stuff. This is not just small potatoes. Like maybe you hear a whisper and smell a whiff of spirit. Like, no, this is deep. And even if at times you just mistake, well, maybe I just thought of that. I just thought of that. This is spirit communicating to you through your thoughts, through the visions that you see in your head, through things you hear in your mind. These are all very powerful ways your guides communicate with you, and you are all. It's like they're like she's got her arms wide open. So believe and pay attention to this great wisdom that your own higher self, your guides, which really are just higher. As we see in the hierarchy of humanity here, higher versions of yourself. They're you and you're them, and it's all love. And if you're connecting to anything that doesn't feel like love, then that is not your higher guidance. That is not your guides. That is probably lower level entities, because guides will never come in and act superior or talk down to you in any way. You will feel nothing but love, or in some cases neutrality, but never like they are superior to you. And I think you're really good at discerning what's spirit, what's just kind of astral realm entities, or lower, earthbound entities, or whatever. You're really good, I think, or eventually will become very good at discerning, is this higher vibrational, lower vibrational, somewhere in between? And you're very good at discerning the information that way. You also have the flowers card, which is very powerful and masterful, because you have an amazing and beautiful, again with the freaking chills, April, masterful connection to the earth, the plants, the animals, everything on this earth. There is so much love. I see you as a little girl. When you were a little girl, it's like you would cry if a bug was caught in a spider's web, or if you saw a dead ladybug. Like, you were so empathetic to even the little bugs that are on God's beautiful earth. You were so empathetic to these bugs. Even it might have even been hard for you as a child to pick flowers for kids. My kids love picking flowers for me, and just giving that little token of love and appreciation. But maybe it was hard for you at times to even pick a flower because you didn't want it to die. That is the empathetic heart that you bring to this planet, and it's so needed on this planet right now, because you are someone who would be masterful at gardening. Or I still get upset, lol. And that's so funny. I mean, not funny that you get upset, but it reminds me of something that happened. So the fly, it's been very hot here in Montana. Not today. It was 45 degrees today, which I was here for. It was rainy. It was overcast. Those are my days. I love those days. But I love those sunny days as well. I love the variety. But it was so hot for weeks here in Montana. We don't normally get over 100, but we've had some 100+ degree days around here, and it can get intense. But we have to leave our door open at night. We don't have a dog door, so we leave the door open at night for the dog, and in the summer. So we get a lot of flies in the kitchen and stuff. So my husband's like, I'm over this. I'm over it. I'm getting a thing to get rid of the flies. So he bought one of those sticky fly strips and hung it up. Okay, don't tell anybody, guys. Don't tell anybody. I spent the better of that night that he bought it, put it up, and then the next day, I removed over 30 flies, just very lovingly and carefully pulling them off the sticky, tacky strip, and I put them outside and kept checking on them, and they were cleaning themselves and getting all the sticky off, and then they would take flight and go away. But of course, that day I left the door closed, don't come back in. That's me. And I really can see a lot of that in you as well, April. So if you're that lady that goes and removes flies off the tacky strip to save their lives, then my dear heart, here we are. Pull bees out of the pool. Same diff. Yes, absolutely. That's what I see for you. But you really do have a close affinity to especially flowers, animals, plants, and little creatures, little bugs. Beautiful. So yeah. And as far as your spiritual journey, you're just going to continue to increase this gift, because you're bringing on so much more light and really getting in touch with more, something keeps touching me. And it's not even my hair. Like I've got it all. See, I keep scratching myself because something keeps touching me. I don't know if that's your guide, April, just tapping me on the back, but you might have to go back and rewatch this. I keep doing this. Like, what is on me? Completely connected to the universe. Yes. And then on the back of the deck, light. I'm just so excited. I've stumbled over my words. Light and love. So your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. Absolutely. I think I might have missed a couple of your comments. I'm going to scroll back up. Yes, I felt exactly what you're saying for a very long time. I've been told that I'm very healing and a great teacher. Yes, absolutely. And I've been taking classes on mediumship with mentors, and I have been channeling spirit and giving messages to others. You are amazing. Well, you are amazing. What you see in me is just a reflection of you and vice versa. So, it's all love. It's all love. Oh, that's so amazing. Man, it's fine, Lori. It's like there is sometimes a karmic reason why. I used to kill spiders. Like, I couldn't kill anything else, like, even from a young age on, but spiders always scared me. But after my Kundalini awakening, I can't even kill a spider now. Like, I can't kill a spider. I mean, I think if my life was threatened, I could probably kill something, but like just it living its life, doing its thing, like I feel guilty. Like I couldn't do it. And I have even like picked up some creepy spiders that could probably bite and poison me because I was just like, I can't hurt it. I can't kill it. But it doesn't make any of you a bad person if you have or do kill bugs. Like, and people, animals are killed so we can all eat and stuff. Like, it's part of the human experience. So again, don't beat yourself up or feel guilty. You're not doing it like torturously with a magnifying glass in the sun, like that Sid guy on what's it called? Toy Story, right? You're just like, I'm scared of you. Really hate flies and roaches. Yeah, flies have never bothered me. We don't have roaches this far north, so dodge that bullet. I'm like doing the cross. I'm not Catholic, but like I don't know. I don't think I like roaches, but again, they don't come into my reality, so I don't have to worry about that. Same with like scorpions and big spiders and big snakes. Like none of that is up this far north that I know of. There might be. I mean, I know we have rattlesnakes up this way, but I've only seen one, and it was dead on the side of the road once when I was like 5. So like, I'm not gonna deal with a lot of that kind of stuff. But yeah, we've got grizzly bears and wolves and coyotes and mountain lions and all of that jazz. So I guess there's trade-offs. And I think those things could hurt us worse than say the roaches and the other. But that stuff, it's interesting. I'm kind of scared of it, but like not in a way that I'm not out at the top of the like mountaintops where the grizzlies live for the most part. So I've seen some bears and some moose real close, and it's gotten a little dicey as a younger person, but I think as a more awakened person and just the communication abilities that I have tapped into with animals and interdimensional beings and stuff, like it's interesting, not again with the freaking, what is it? Again, it's not my hair. I can feel no hair anywhere in this region, but I'm feeling like a quick little touch. I was in the woods. I did not actually see a Bigfoot, but I could sense, like energetically sense. But I have come to find out just through my own meditations and then further corroboration with Alba Weinman and her channelings that Bigfoot are actually interdimensional beings, or Sasquatch, whatever you want to call them, which, my Moldavite Bigfoot, right? So maybe now that I've got the Bigfoot footprint, I will be able to. I live in Bigfoot country. The Montana Vortex in Columbia Falls is actually a big place for Bigfoot sightings. So I've only been there once. I want to go back. It's such a cool place. Such a cool place. The Montana House of Mystery. You could be standing straight up, and it's like in the pictures, you're leaning so far. You'll have to go look it up. Again, what is touching me, guys? What is it? I see nothing, but I feel it. Every so often, it's like right here. But nothing's hanging. I don't know what's going on. Yes, they do. They feel like cobwebs. It's like almost like a static electricity. But I'm like, what is this, spirit? They're like, it's a Sasquatch. I was like, That's cool. Yes. But this too kind of feels like cobwebs. Maybe we're being visited by a Sasquatch interdimensionally. It's in the energy of the home right now. I don't know. But yeah, when I sensed the Sasquatch, it was like energetic static almost. I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard to put these things into words. I'm so thankful for you and your messages of reassurance. You are a beautiful light in this world. Thank you so much. So are you, April. Thank you. And the energies are very strong right now. It's like I received a burst of energy. Yeah, we all ping off each other energetically. Just as certain people can come drain our energy, certain other people can come light us all up. But I get lit up by this beautiful, I call them the high vibe tribe because I can think of nothing else that would describe how amazing this energy is here. And I love it. You feel them when you meditate in high vibration. Yeah, absolutely. You're so right, April. I truly never have met a more beautiful spiritual person than Amanda. She has such a special place in my soul. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm just doing the thing. I'm doing my thing. But yeah, I'm just still rambling. I'm sure Queen Bee wants me to answer her question. So Queen Bee, my dear, go ahead and post your question and we'll get right into it for you. But yes, keep shining that beautiful light, beautiful April, and this world needs it desperately, now more than ever, that beautiful light that you have to shine. And you already know, I think you already know intuitively where your gifts are really coming online and really enhance those. You're already doing the thing with the mediumship and working with those mentors to really connect to your more mediumship abilities. So keep going with that. That's really working in your favor for sure. Okay. So Queen Bee, I've rambled long enough. Go ahead and post your question. Yeah, she's been so patient. And then Pika Lee ×2 will be on deck, and that's all. No. Lori has donated again, and then we've got Kelly. Whoever Kelly is here, I think she had mentioned she donated just not that long ago. Before my ramble spiel, there's Kelly. All right, we will get Kelly. Let's get Lori and Kelly on the list after Pika Lee here. Lori, Kelly. Okay, there we have it. Let me update this. Queen Bee wants to know, am I on the right path? Okay, I'm going to do this. Let's just get that there, and then maybe all the tickling will be everywhere, and I'll just be like, oh, that's just my hair, and quit being bothered by it. But yeah, I don't know. So funny. All right, Queen Bee. Is Queen Bee on the right path? And then we'll get clarification on whatever we pull here. And I want to start this out by saying, though, I don't think any of us are ever on the wrong path. Even if we make a choice and then eventually, kind of detour around our path and then end up on the path of the choice we should have made to begin with, think of all the life lessons you learned on that little detour. So I always think we're exactly on time. We're exactly where we need to be, when we need to be there, where we need to be, right? I think these are all valid things. And of course, when you start to feel like, I don't want to be here anymore, I want to do something new, that is your pull from your higher self or spirit to let you know that it's time for a change. It's time to go on a different path, but really it's just another stop on the path you're already on. So I just want to say that before we get any answer here. That you're already on the right path, absolutely. But we're going to clarify, just see what spirit wants to bring. But look at this. Yes, and the path that you're currently on, beautiful Queen Bee, look, you're bringing in abundance as a result. So whatever it is you've shifted lately, or if you're getting ideas or kind of intuitions as to making changes in your life, because they keep flashing the number 555 up for me. So maybe you do see the number 555 a lot, or 55 a lot, angel numbers. But they're using these angel numbers to let you know there's a big change coming for you. And if this is not a change you've made yet, these are things that you've been thinking about, or they're very soon, Queen Bee, they're very soon going to come into your awareness so that you can actually make these changes. And these are exciting changes that are going to what? Bring abundance. Yes, that's what we've got going on here. So let's see. I was really called to just grab the Sacred Traveler deck. So there may be a move or a trip you're planning. You're definitely moving, at least vibrationally or energetically. You're on the move. You're rising up, bigger and better things. I just heard the Jeffersons, Moving On Up, that theme song to the Jeffersons. Moving on up, you know that? So these are good things. So you may physically be moving or planning a move, planning a trip, wanting to move jobs. There's a lot of movement, and this is good because this is something you may have been feeling really stuck or stagnant for a while, and this is going to bring you to a whole other level of fulfillment very soon. But I think there might still be a bit of time left of solitude. If you've already been in this energy, then you're on your way out of it, because it says here, in silence, peace prevails. And I think what you're getting mostly from this solitude, mostly from this silence, is those beautiful divinely guided ideas or inspirations to make these changes. That's what you've gained from your days, weeks, whatever, of solitude. And you're on your way to something with more momentum, more movement, I'm just excited. I want to dance. And I love the depiction here. Look at that, passion and pleasure. She is up dancing, singing around this bonfire here with a tambourine kind of thingy. She's dancing and playing an instrument and probably singing. She is on the move, and savor your life. So this change, this bringing abundance to you, is also bringing passion and pleasure back to your life. I just heard them say it might have been for Queen Bee all work and no play, but you're balancing that out now. Or if things have just felt stuck, like it didn't feel much like work, but yet it also didn't feel like play, you're balancing it out. So let's see. We're going over here again. Crystal, angels, oracle. Anything else for Queen Bee on the right path? Guidance from spirit. Okay, they're saying this one and this one. Okay, what do we got? Aqua aura, healthy communication in relationships. So there may be some changes coming. If you don't have a significant other, or if you do, it could be referring to them, or just all the different relationships in your life, or any specific significant relationship. Anything that's popping into your little mind right now is probably what this is referring to. But it says here, heart-to-heart discussions and clear, assertive communication help you understand and be understood. So being able to use that throat chakra and speak your life, or speak your life into being. Speak your life into reality, or your dreams into reality. You have to let people know what you want to be able to then get it. And this could even be you telling the universe, telling your guides, this is what I'm going to do. And then guess what? You get it. Yes, you do. And then, oh, wow. Speaking of, this relationship here, this one that's really standing out in your mind, there's some forgiveness that needs to happen surrounding this connection. This could be you forgiving yourself for ways you've acted, things you've done, or vice versa, ways they've acted, things they've done. But it says here, forgiveness heals. Oh, and aqua aura quartz was the first crystal, and then topaz. So those might be crystals you want to work with. Yeah, you can still donate. We're still here for the party. But forgiveness heals. Time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. And you doing this work, this beautiful throat chakra work and heart chakra work, clearing the decks on the past, you're going to be able to do this, and that's really going to elevate you to make those changes, those 555s going on, and bring that abundance that you're seeking. So wow, that was powerful, really powerful. Spirit is not disappointing in their amazing messages tonight. All right, Queen Bee, so I hope that resonated for you. Every time I feel like things are figured out, something happens and I'm back on square one, right? Isn't that just the way of life at this point? It seems. But the nice thing is, at least in my life, it's like, even when I thought I had things figured out and then I feel like, oh, I'm knocked down a little bit, it's like I spring back up so much quicker than I did, say, 5, 10, 15 years ago, for sure. Okay, you are so welcome, Queen Bee. Thanks again for your lovely donation. You've been seeing abundance all week. Well, there's your validation that it's on the way to you. So keep going in that direction of your dreams, and it will be here. All right, Pika Lee's 2 questions are next. She's already got her first one out. Awesome. And then I forgot to grab my list up here because I had updated it. There we are. There was someone, yeah, that's right, Kelly, Lori and Kelly, that I had to add. And I thought I did, but I don't see it posted here, so maybe I didn't. Mandela effect. Anytime anything, I'm like, I thought I did that with me or my husband. I'm like, oh, I thought I did that. We're like, oh, Mandela effect. We're weird like that. Okay, so Pika Lee's next question, which she already has posted, but I am going to update my list real quick. So Pika Lee, then Lori, then Kelly. And then hold over Dana if Dana comes back. Oh, and Michelle Lynn has donated for another one. We will add her since we're already on the list here. Michelle Lynn. All right. That is our working list. Of course, we did Pika Lee's first question right now, and then we'll do her second question. And then on deck will be Lori. So Pika Lee, does Spirit have any messages or advice for me? I received my crystals today, and I'm so excited to work with them. Amazing, amazing. So speaking of crystals, let's go to this wonderful crystal. I've just been all about the crystal decks. This one and then the Crystal Angels deck tonight. All right. Oh, we've got one from Rimmel as well. Thank you so much for your donation. I'll go ahead and add you real quick since we're here. Thank you so much. All right. Put you on the list. So there we go. When I post the list again, Rimmel, you will be reflected on said list. All right. Michelle, Pika Lee, through my mind here. Pika Lee, does Spirit have any message or advice for Pika Lee? She received her crystals today and she is excited to work with them. Okay, well, selenite. So clear the clutter. And it's interesting because I know you had ordered at least one of these little bad boys. I think you got the Colombian Lemurians. And they are very similar. I know this is white, kind of opaque looking crystal. But selenite is a very high vibe crystal. So this could be, and it's a very cost effective, very inexpensive crystal as well. So this could be something, and I've actually been using my selenite tower. I put it up on my headboard above my bed when I sleep, and then I've been holding my Lemurians. So it's almost like I'm creating a grid between them. And I love the combination with selenite and the Lemurians. So I love that this came out to remind me. So that could be something, if you already have selenite, just bring it on, bring it up to the party. You have it. Awesome. There you go. But it says here, clear the clutter. This is going to really help clear out a lot of energetic gunk. That's what they're saying. Because these really do resonate, especially with that heart chakra. And they can really help do that healing from the past as well. But these are master healers. This paired up with that selenite, that's really going to clear that energetic gunk, noise, yuckiness, stuff from the past. And again, healing isn't that beautiful road of rainbows and roses all the time. It can make us emotional. So if you do start feeling emotional after working with crystals, this is their way of helping clear things out. And allow yourself, don't beat yourself up like, why am I feeling like this? How dare I feel like this? I should be over this by now, or whatever. We want to attach a thought to everything that's going on. Just allow yourself to feel. If you're feeling sad, run down, a little kind of under the weather when working with these, just know that they're helping clear. They're breaking free some long buried stuff sometimes. And just have some grace and carry your way through this. Taking very good care of yourself is really what I'm seeing. So yes, clearing clutter, and also making sure you're cleansing them regularly. And the way that I've been cleansing these, because it is summertime, I just put them out on the railing of my deck. They're in a safe location. They're not going to fall unless the wind gets like 50 miles an hour probably, but so they're pretty safe location. I just cleanse them in sunlight and with the intention. Just put your intentions in that things are going to be cleaned. What is going on? There's no hair again, and I'm feeling it. It's like, hey, Amanda. All right. So clearing, cleansing the crystals. Selenite itself is a crystal cleanser. So you could even set your Lemurians on the selenite and cleanse them, but and you never want to cleanse your selenite in water because it's very low on that Mohs scale. Mohs scale of hardness, that it will kind of start to dissolve if you leave it in water too much. Of course, if it's a tumbled piece or polished, you can wipe it off with a damp rag. That's one way you can do it, but I would never submerge selenite, especially raw selenite, in water. But again, sunlight is a great way to, and you can even ask your specific crystals, just hold them and just like, how do you want me to cleanse you? Do you need cleansed? Talk to your crystals. You don't have to do it, say it out loud, but just energetically, telepathically connect to the crystal and ask, how do you want me to clean you? And then listen to that guidance, because I have had Like this clear quartz that this is not a Lemurian, but it's sitting here, so I'll let you know. This one here does not like to be cleaned in the sun. It's interesting. It just likes to be cleaned with water and intention. So you could definitely charge your crystals any which way you want, but sometimes when you connect to certain crystals, you can find that they have their own special whatever personality and way they like to be treated. And even crystals that you wouldn't think that you could use for something because maybe it's not the right color and associated with the right chakra, use your intuition with your crystals always. Okay, so good night, April. Welcome, and we had a fun time hanging out with you, but it is bedtime. I can feel you on that. It's going to be my bedtime in a couple hours here for sure. All right. Okay, so Tracy, baby, I think you had a donation come up, which I will add when we're done here with Pikali's first question, which I'm still pulling cards for because I'm rambling. Okay, Lay of the Land, Ancestral Wisdom. Oh my gosh. Ancestral Wisdom, Lay of the Land. What did we talk about in your reading about Lemuria and you programming your own crystals before you went and bought them? Or maybe you had just bought them. I don't remember the exact timeline on that, but I said you would probably come into contact with ones you had programmed for future lifetimes on Earth, right? And there's even sand here. That's where they find these, is just buried in the sand all over. I mean, there's many different places they have found these, but they find them just like this, like little seeds planted in the sand. But Lay of the Land, look at all, whoa, that went flying. And wow, spiritual. 3 + 4 is 7, which is all about spiritual connection, communication with your guides, your ancestors, your angels, your own higher self. But Lay of the Land, look at all these sand kind of looking crop circle type things, right? Energetic. I'm watching a documentary right now. It's an 8-hour long one on a very controversial topic that, fun fact, does not even have to do with the whole virus going around. It's something else. But they were doing vibrations with different sounds, different hertz, and watching the sand as you increase the hertz, the sand on these big metal plates would become even more intricately geometric patterns. That's what I'm seeing is these crystals, after they were planted, were like kind of it's not an earthquake, but it's like a vibration of sound coming from deep within the earth that created some sort of, I don't know, like vortex around each single one. Even if that, wind later came and washed these away, is what I'm seeing. But basically what this card is saying is you mic dropped these into the sand for a future time, and now is the time. And you're going to be able to meditate with these and run your finger along these beautiful little ladders here, or these kind of barcode there, or as Katie R put it the other day on the live stream, she called them spirit braille, kind of like you're reading, but braille, but spirit braille. I liked that. I didn't see it during the thing, but I went back and watched a couple of highlights from that live and saw that she had written that. I thought that was so cute. But yeah, you're gonna get some beautiful wisdom and just information about where you're going, where you've been. You're gonna get a lot of good stuff. I want to get a singing bowl too. Speaking of vibrations, you and me too, girl. Oh my gosh, you and me both. Yeah, I'm desperately wanting to get some of those, but again, I'm kind of like, do I get them in this house? Because this house, I mean, it's like 1,421 square feet, which seems decent size, but there's 4 of us living here, 2 dogs. It's 3 stories. Of course, the garage doesn't count in square footage, which is on the bottom of the house. So it's like, you would think it's decent size, but because it's split into 2 levels, well, 3 if you count the garage, there's just not enough room to put everything or places to store everything in this home. So I'm kind of like, do I buy those singing bowls here, and then where the heck do I store them? I mean, I don't know. So I'm thinking maybe I have to wait till we move. I don't know. We've been wanting to move since 2012 when we had 1 kid, but here we are. We just haven't found that right property yet. We're looking for a very specific property, but it'll come in divine time, I'm sure. Lori says, I love my singing bowl. I'm getting better at it too. That's amazing. Oh, I love that. And those hang drums, I think they're called, where you just hit on them. They're like, a circle, kind of a metal bowl kind of looking thing, but they're hollow. They're a drum, and you just hit them on certain places. But I've heard the most amazing music played on those things, and I want one. I want one. But again, some of them are like this big around. I don't know. I just don't have the space for all that stuff. My next home hopefully will. All right. So Pika Lee's second question, and then Lori, and then Kelly's on deck after Lori. I'm going to copy my list so I have it. Oh, no, I was going to add Tracy. Tracy, baby. Okay. So let me add you to the list. Try to spell it right. I never know. T-R-E-C-E-Y. T-R-E-C-E-Y. Okay, there we are. And I have you on my current list right here. Rimmel. There we are. Yeah, okay. So, Pika Lee number 2. Any advice regarding Scorpio? He called me a couple days ago. Turns out his workplace had a fire, and he's been dealing with that. And the cleanup. We did get to talk a bit, but I don't know. The energy felt a little off. I kept asking him to let me know when he has time so we can meet up and talk. And he seemed kind of scared. LOL. I don't know what to think. Oh my gosh, right? Up then down. I just heard that Katy Perry song. He's hot, then you're hot, then you're cold, you're yes, then you're no, you're up, then you're down, you're something, something. Maybe listen to that song. Maybe there's some additional guidance. I think it's just called Hot Then Cold. I don't know what that song's actually called. Listen to that song. There may be another message in there. But let's find out what is going on with this Scorpio. I told you he had some stuff going on. It felt like depression and family stuff, but I just saw busy stuff at work as well. I didn't quite tap into that fire, someone getting fired kind of energy, but it makes sense he's there to, he's needed even more now. Scorpio. What's going on with Scorpio? He's hot, then he's cold. All right, so what do we have? Wow. So first off, we have transform worrisome thoughts. Then we have reclaim your power. So let's read the back of these. Be aware of anything you're worrying about. What do you do when you're worried? How much power do you lose, and from what part of your body? Your goal, to observe how much worrying affects your health and to counter the stress of this emotion with prayer and positive action. Then we have note one reason why you give away your power in everyday life. And then ask yourself if the situation is worth losing your peace of mind over. Your goal, to reclaim your power in a positive and mindful way. Let's go to the tarot to clarify next steps, next moves for Pika Lee. Anything she needs to know. Let's see. Pika Lee and her Scorpio. Any advice from Spirit? Pika Lee and Scorpio. So the first one that came out was Two of Pentacles, up then down, right? There's Katy Perry's energy right now. You're up, then you're down. He's just trying so hard to keep everything he's got going on balanced before it's like that person juggling so much going on, and then if they just listen to one person over here or look away for 1 second, they're going to lose that precarious balance of everything, and everything's just going to come crashing down. That's the energy he's currently in. Which, again, you should not have to be back burner energy because this is where he's at. So it's all about reclaiming your power. But then, yeah, look, Two of Swords, 2 and 2. So you may be seeing a lot of 22, 222. It's 8:55 as I say that here on my clock. But the Two of Swords is someone who they think they don't know the way out or the next step. And I'm really feeling this is your energy. And this is a card, when I pull this in my personal reading, sometimes even in my pick a cards, what I do is, hello, Jasui, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, Jessie. Welcome. But what I see with this is, or what I do is, I will pull a question or a clarifier if I make this choice and a clarifier if I make that choice. So let's maybe do that. Let's do that. If you continue to entertain thoughts of dating Scorpio, let's see what the advice from Spirit would be for that. Put that face down because I don't want to know yet. And then for you just really doing your own thing and I don't know, whatever that doesn't really involve Scorpio. Let's see what would be going on with that energy. And on the back of the deck, we have inner strength, or strength, as I just call it inner strength card because it's more of an internal strength than external. And sometimes when we have to be patient, we have to rely on that inner strength. And there's the number 8. So that's been a big theme lately as well. So as far as you entertaining the thought of still dating Scorpio, we have the 8 of Wands. Things are moving quickly. So either things are moving quickly, and I'm not really seeing it on his end because he's still very up and down, yes and no, hot and cold with what he's got going on. I think you're quickly deciding that you got the card last time. Yep. I think you're quickly deciding either I'm going to give this a go or I think I'm out. We're leaving that open to you. So if you were to, for the other choice involved here, if you were to then just kind of, go inward and really focus on that beautiful queen that you are rather than give Scorpio all of that time, effort, and attention and worrying about, is he going to call? When do I get to hang out with him next? If you just pull all that power back to yourself as Spirit said, and just really focus on that queen that you are, Knight of Cups, new romantic interest possibly coming in. Or not, Knight of Cups. New romantic interest coming in, possibly. Again, you connecting with that energy of the future soulmate, right? Yeah, because I still feel that energy close to you. But it's not to say if you do give Scorpio a little more time that you still couldn't possibly make that thing. I mean, but I think ultimately, on the back of the deck, I think ultimately you will walk away from that because it's not as emotionally fulfilling as, that's kind of on its last little embers about to burn out. And here's future soulmate waiting and you're walking away from Scorpio to future. Yes. So this just kind of goes back to that reading that we already touched on all of that. So if you wanted to watch that again just to get more, remember everything that was talked about in that could maybe serve you here. But ultimately, Spirit's still leaving this up to you. But even if you were, Spirit's basically laying out that it's okay if you still want to entertain thoughts of dating Scorpio. It's okay. But I think ultimately what this is going to do with that 8 of Wands is very quickly, it's stagnant for you already. And it's just like, even just a teeny amount of effort on his end where maybe 2-3 weeks ago, you'd have grasped at that like someone who has been drowning for 5 minutes and finally got some air. Like that's the energy that they're showing me that you would have, yes, let's hang out. Oh my gosh, yes. And you'd have been so excited and like, blah, 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 blah. And it's like now that you've heard from him though, like the energy you're currently in is kind of like, do I even want to put my time and effort into this? I mean, he's a good guy and da, 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 like going down the laundry list of all this stuff, but you're almost just like already over it. But then as we put everything away on the back of the deck, we got the Star. So wish fulfillment, look at that. And she's got a firm connection to what her eye is set on, energetically speaking. This is like that beautiful energetic cord between you and your future soulmate already in place. And you can connect to that and kind of pull on it a little bit like, hey, I'm thinking about you. And then future soulmate can pull on the thing like, hey, I'm thinking about you. Like, that's what I really see ultimately for you. You do not deserve someone who's going to make you back burner energy. You deserve front and center, queen of my world energy. And that's what you're going to get. I'm excited for you too. You deserve this. And you've waited a long time for this. And Scorpio's going to be kicking himself very soon that he did not put the effort and investment into the queen that you are, because you are, and he's going to regret it. This might be one of his lifelong regrets, really. And then this flopped right back into my lap as I'm putting everything away. Reclaim your power. That's what you're doing. You're putting yourself on a pedestal now. And that energetically is going to shift things and change the game for you so much. I love it. I love it. Yay, Peekaboo. That was beautiful. Okay, so I saw that, again, Jesui, I said it like 3 different times or 3 different ways. And then you said here, you did it. You did say my name correctly. I'm just wondering which time did I say your name correctly? Jesse, Jasui, or Jasui? That's what I'm like uh, instinctively or intuitively wanting to lean toward. Okay, so Lori's next. I'm gonna get Jasui added to the list. Yep, Jasui. Awesome. Jasui. Perfect. You are on the list. You have received your golden ticket. All right, so Lori's posting her question, and then on deck we've got Kelly, and then Michelle Lynn, and then Rimmel, then Tracy Baby, and then Jasui. And Dana, if Dana ever comes back, we will pop Dana in right between whatever we're reading and then the next one. We'll just plant her right in there. She donated like third or fourth, but she disappeared before we had time to read her reading. So I will always honor, though. If you guys like lose internet or something, that is like the Done Creative Live stamp of approval guarantee that if you donate here and your question does not get answered, I will always honor that in a future live stream. And you don't have to try to reach out to me and say, hey, funny thing, I donated, but I never got my reading. Like, I know, like, I don't have so many donations pouring in that I get lost and confused. Like, I can see it and I know, but I would appreciate if you guys do come back, let me know you're here. Then we will put you at VIP, top of the list, and fulfill your reading for you. Okay, Amanda, I loved April's question so much that I would love to know the same. What are my gifts and am I on track with them? Yes, Lori, let's figure it out. Here we go for Lori. All right. Well, yeah, we've got author here, which author, you doing your automatic writing could be a form of authorship, right? Also, maybe some of the information you're channeling would become a future nonfiction book or some sort of book that you are sharing with the world. You have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. So you are someone who can channel from the divine that beautiful information through your automatic writing. You also have healers, so you are a healer. You have that wonderful healing energy. This is something I think we've touched on many times with you. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. Just you having this intention to manifest things for people is such a beautiful sentiment. It's really showing what a big heart you have, which I think we've all known that here in the High Vibe tribe. We know what a big heart Lori has, and it really does show. And those people in your life that just get triggered by that and can't handle that and call you names or do things that really create chaos in your life, they can't handle this high vibe that you bring to the table. And oftentimes, more in the past than the current situation, but oftentimes in the past, you would be drugged down to their yucky vibration because they didn't like to see you shining up here, so they would drag you down, and before you know it, you're feeling bad about yourself and maybe gossiping about other people because you allowed other people to affect your high vibe. But that's not where you're at anymore and where you're going. You're not allowing that. You've got boundaries in place and you are moving forward in such a way that you are really keeping that light shined without. It's almost like, it's funny because they're showing me like your mom and Joy and other people in your life that maybe come at you. And I just heard, come at me, bro. But it's like they're trying to, that candle analogy. It's like blowing out someone else's candle does not make yours burn any brighter. But they're showing me your mom and Joy gathered around this amazing, gloriously shining lighthouse that you are, trying to blow out the light of the lighthouse. How dumb to even think they could try, because you can't blow out the light of a lighthouse with your breath. It's not fire. It's not something that they can bend to their will or blow out at will. They can't. There's no way they could dim that light if they tried. They could try to fly in front of it, but again, it's only making them look bad. That's what I see. Back of the deck, we've got books. So you connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. So again, maybe you're writing something that becomes a book, or maybe you're listening to an audiobook coming up that really changes your life. But because we're asking more about your gifts and what you have to offer, this is part of it, a big part of it. There are two writing cards in this whole thing, and you just got them both. I think there might be one more, actually. There's a writing one, books, and author. So if you get the next one, I'm going to be shocked. But on the back of the deck, you also have travel. Your life purpose involves traveling. So just traveling, this could be for leisure, for like, to me, this was very purposeful. This isn't just you kind of going around. Like, you make a plan to go somewhere, and then when you go there, you're activated by the energy of the people, or the ley lines, the energetic frequency of the place you're going. Lori, the beautiful lighthouse. Look at that. Career change. So it's interesting because I think you kind of just consider your home, your career at this point, but maybe, just maybe, in the future, you will be traveling because you're writing and putting healing information and energy into books that you're writing, and you're traveling around. But there is a career change coming for you. You're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you deserve and desire. And also, your career doesn't have to be something like a job you go to or a business you create. Your career could just be spreading and sending out that beautiful, loving energy that you have through the manifestations that you're bringing on, and traveling around, visiting people that you want to meet, right? I mean, it doesn't have to look like a 9-to-5 job where you punch the time clock and that's a career. Like, you're creating the career of your dreams. Oh my God, times 17. Yes. And then let's get a couple cards from the Shaman's Dream Oracle for Lori. Here we are. Vanishing Mirror, ego sublimation. So you really are breaking down that ego. You're breaking it down, and you're seeing, because what Spirit's showing me is, before, they're like up to age 61.7, and then maybe even up to age 62, but it's like age 61.7. Lori saw herself more from the light of an ego, of her ego. Of course, there would be glimpses of light and love that you would get from your higher self, but for the most part, you were seeing life through the mirror of, and they're showing me like a fun house, like those fun house mirrors that were very distorted, where one, you look really short and fat, and the next one, you look real tall and skinny with a tiny little head that looks like an alien. That's how you viewed yourself and even others, through this kind of distorted mirror of your ego. But from age 61.7 on, I don't know why the 0.7, but Spirit's here to play, so we'll put it out there. Now I got chills. Here we go. Okay. From the age 61.7 on, you're seeing things more from that beautiful, pure reflection of the soul, of Spirit. And that's what it's all about. And that's what you're really going to embrace. And you're seeing the truth. The ego, those funhouse mirrors, those are illusions. And you're seeing through that so far that, again, no one can blow out that light, Lori. Look at that. No way, no how. And look, there is a powerful archangel up there protecting that light. And really, you are a fractal of that divine light. So you have divine protection surrounding your light as well. Ain't no one gonna bring you down. And then, I think that this feels like yet another shift, another spiritual shift. Last September. Yeah, so a year ago. Wow. There's another spiritual shift coming for you. Wow, look at this. Look at this. Many masks, the authentic self. Remember those funhouse mirrors? They almost are like those masks, or that view through the ego. You're coming through that. You're breaking through that. And they're showing me now to the number 58, which adds up to 13, which adds up to 4. You're creating a more stable, more secure, more realistic view of what you are, who you are, what the world is, who others are. You're seeing things through the lens of love, I just heard. And also 38, which adds up to life path 11. So part of your life path was to see life through all those delusions, through all those masks, through all those weird funhouse mirrors, so that you could then finally see the truth. And then from there on, you just see nothing but truth, 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 truth. Right? So that was pretty powerful. On the back of the deck, we have the wall, obstacles, and caterpillar, opportunity. So you are having many opportunities to overcome even those obstacles that are yet to be reached or to be overcome. The wall here, it's like you're climbing the wall, but before maybe you were using a ladder, but Spirit's like, she doesn't need that ladder anymore. She's going to be levitating up levels above this wall. And we got the number 56, which is yet another 11, right? So 11, 11. And it's 9, 11. Told you, I always see that. Wow. And then another 4. So there's that stability. 44, because this one also added up to 4. So 44. And then 4 plus 4 is 8, which is 17, right? Again, there it is, coming into the reading. But there are many opportunities coming up for you to overcome these obstacles, where maybe before you would have responded one way with the ego, but now you're choosing another way. You've removed the mask, you've removed those funhouse mirrors, and you're seeing things, and you're going to be able to come at any obstacle coming for you from family, from friends, from life itself. You're going to find the pure love way to come through it and overcome it. Wow, that's powerful. Masterful, Lori. You're really coming into your own. And then on the back of the deck, it says, Fortune's Wheel, luck and right timing. And the number 23, big changes are coming to your finances, to your manifestations. So they're letting you know, we're just bringing this along for the ride. Don't forget about that. Not that you have, but they are letting you know they have not forgotten either. Wow. That was powerful. So you're on it. Keep going. You are doing amazing things, and you're going to continue to just grow and grow and grow from there. And you're not even going to recognize yourself at age 63.7, because we're all still a work in progress. Even then, you'll still be a work in progress too. But comparing yourself to 61.7 to 63.7, you're going to be like, dang girl, you've grown up, you've done all these amazing things. Right? I love it. All right, Lori, so you're on it. That's what you're doing. You are on it. Yay. All right. You are in my head again. I'm a life path 11. Yep. And it's crazy how good she is, Pika. You guys are so sweet. Aw. Yep. And 1111 where Tracy's at. Or Tracy. Let me know if I'm saying that wrong, dear. Amanda's amazing. Such a powerful message, Lori. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. I'm just telling it like it is. Just telling it like Spirit's showing me. I love, though, that they gave me that lighthouse with the candles trying to blow it out. And then we got that lighthouse that I love it. I love it. Great validation. As always, Spirit never disappoints. So Kelly is next. And then Michelle Lynn will be on deck. And then Rimmel, and then Tracy, and then Jasui. Let me copy my list. There we are. So Kelly wants to know, is A my twin flame? Let's find out. Is A Kelly's twin flame? Woo, we got some stuff to talk about over here. Do we? Trust. So you're being asked or called on to trust that you already know the answer. And if you are not together with this A person, don't stop, because I really do see that there will be some big happy changes coming into this relationship. Even if you're with this person, it's like you're leveling things up. So whatever resonates, whether you're with them or not, things are going to another level, at the very least energetically. But trust that you know the answer to this, that if that's what you feel in your heart and soul, trust that you know for sure. Trust that inner guidance, because it has let you know. At the very least, it's interesting. Spirit's showing me that you came across that whole twin flame, like maybe you lived part of your life not even knowing what a twin flame was, but it's like once you learned what a twin flame was, so much of your life made sense. So from that point when you learned what a twin flame was, and I don't know if they're not really showing me whether A was in the picture of your life yet at that point or not, but there's something about when the timing of your life, when you learned what a twin flame was, things shifted and changed for you in a major way. If not in the physical world, at least on the inside and energetically. You shifted basically timelines and brought on a lot more potential in your life to actually have a twin flame connection and take that twin flame journey. So let's see. Let's go to the Lover's Oracle first for Kelly. Kelly and A any information about their wonderful twin flame connection now that we know. So we got the separation card. So if you are in separation, just know that you deserve love. So it says here, you are lovable. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So I'm not seeing this. If you guys are together, you can let me know whichever way it is for you. If you are in separation, this is just letting you know it might continue on for a little bit. But if you are with this person and things are solid, then this is just energetically or just kind of allowing time for A to do their thing and you to do your thing for a while. Of course, like just a couple hours a day, allow yourself to immerse yourself in your hobbies, in your interests, in the things you want to watch, in the things you want to learn. And A can do the same. So that's kind of the message if you're together. But if you are in separation, still do these things. Immerse yourself in the things you enjoy, the things you want to learn. And know that you are lovable. And anytime this card comes out, I always have to talk about Sagittarius. And of course, where she's pointing directly opposite of Sagittarius is Gemini. So you may, or A, may have Gemini or Sagittarius placements, sun, moon, rising, or prominent placements within those houses. Or just wherever those houses or whatever's going on in those houses in your chart or A's chart, there may be some significant things going on. I know currently in Western astrology, the North Node and South Node are transiting these points. North Node is in Gemini, South Node is in Sagittarius. So these are destiny points. So there's something about your relationship that may be destined or that's going on right now. Let's get a love message from A to you or you to A, just energetically. Anything that A and Kelly need to know about their relationship. Any messages from Spirit about their relationship. Okay, here it is. Pleasure. Yeah, so that separation doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. There are two people you may feel be a twin flame, and I'm trying to figure out which one it is. I think it is A. But ultimately, trust your own intuition. There could be some sort of fact that maybe one is a soulmate and one is a twin flame. Like in my instance, my twin flame was my best friend who has since passed away. He is in spirit working with me now, and I am married to my soulmate. So you can have very close connections to both a soulmate and a twin flame. And so, trust. Use that card of trust to really feel into this. But as far as you and A, for sure, pleasure is a big part of the relationship. But also it says, I give myself permission to feel pleasure and let that pleasure rush into my life in a decadent display of over-the-top abundance. Then I realize that pleasure has been waiting at my door for a long time. It's that pleasure doesn't knock on doors because loud noises aren't super pleasant. So again, if you are, absolutely, you can donate again, Kelly, sure. But again, if you are in separation from this person, just know you energetically are never separated. You can connect to them anytime you feel, anytime they feel they are connected to you. You can connect to them, talk to them, send them love, ask them questions. Whether you're in communication on the 3D or not, you can contact the higher self if not. But if you are in separation from this person or not currently with this person, this is just saying that you really kind of serving your own interests for a while, doing the things that bring you joy and pleasure will really help bring your energy closer together. On the back of the deck, you have true love. So this is a romance of a lifetime. Again, could still be referring to soulmate energy, but trusting your own intuition on this connection is going to be key. Okay. So I hope that resonated, and I will put you on the list once we get your other donation. Okay, so up next we have Michelle Lynn, and then Rimmel is on deck. We are moving right on through. I just heard, who is it that sings that song? Break on through to the other side. Maybe that's a message for someone. Spirit likes to talk to me a lot of times in songs and lyrics. Why can't I think of this off the top of my head? It's one that I know the song, I know the artist, but I can't think of it right off the top. Why? Interesting. Let me find it. Yeah, The Doors. Jim Morrison, of course. Duh, Amanda, come on. So, Break On Through to the Other Side by The Doors. Listen to that. Then maybe there's a message. Read the lyrics. It might be a message for somebody. And I accidentally clicked on the notification that just came up on PayPal, so I'm going to double check that it's good because I clicked it and then it went away. So let me just double check everything's good to go over here. Okay. Yeah, we're good. So yes, no question for Kelly. Yeah. We've got it. Okay. All right. Let's ask Kelly's question after that. But Michelle, Lynn, can we dive into more into my life overseas with my soulmate? I think my future spouse might be part Asian. I'm wondering what jobs I might do, or if spirit can tell me where I might live. I hope to tap more into my spirituality as I move. Okay, amazing. So let's see. How do we unpack this? So first, life overseas with soulmate. Let's go to tarot for that. For Michelle Lynn, let's just see what spirit wants to illuminate about that. Already things are coming out. So this is going to be a very quick, swift decision. So they're almost showing me like it's kind of thought of or talked about early in the relationship, but then there actually is maybe a few years into the relationship an opportunity to actually make the thing happen, make the move. And things happen very quickly, but this is divinely guided. This is spirit's way of really stepping in. But I'm actually seeing you kind of going back and forth and your soulmate going back and forth between two places. One feels like Japan, one feels like Thailand. Those are the two they're showing me. But the Two of Pentacles, you may have like the choices made for you because you're like, I don't know, I like both. But the choice will be made for you. I think this is a job opportunity for your husband that it just all works out, but things move very quickly. And before you know it, you're moving. But I'm seeing first Japan and then Thailand. But Thailand seems to be more of a like possibility or probability that it will happen more likely, I guess. But let's see. Where you might live. Let's see. So let's just feel into this energy, like what you might be doing for work or just anything else. Wow, Queen of Cups. So you may be using your intuition, being like a mother if you want to do that, being able to stay at home for a while with kids if that's something you want to do, or even just working on your spiritual practice. I mean, look how up in her spiritual practice she is. She's even got a singing bowl here. So that looks like you will absolutely be able to have some of those using during your spiritual practice. But to me, again, the connection to water, you are literally, she's submerged in the water, very connected to the water. So it might be a job connected to the water, or, you know, the water, the emotion, the waters of spirit, right? Being very connected to your higher self and knowing what it is you are put on this planet to do. Because I don't think you've quite tapped into that inner knowing deep, deep within you that feels like, now I know what I'm here to do, and then you go do it. Like, you're not there yet, but spirit, to me, it feels like a very spiritual job. If it is connected to the water, it's a very spiritual job. But it feels to me there may be kind of a fight over this job, but you're the one winning out. Look, this is really, I'm seeing this as you, but also I am seeing this as you as well. It's almost like you're worried at first that you're not going to get this job, but spirit's like, it's okay. And spirit is like talking in your ear to help guide you to the perfect job for you. And all of these kind of light laser kind of, almost to me like water, like if you shine a light through water, like that's kind of what it looks like. And you have that going around, almost creating a vortex around her energy field here as well. So it's like you really are connected and also protected, connected to spirit, protected as you walk through this world. So your job to me feels very spiritual. If that job starts out more as like raising children, or, you know, being like more of a homemaker or a wife for a while, you really thrive in that environment. But I think there is a part of you that wants more, wants to have something that's yours that you can cultivate and create. Kind of, I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly what I'm doing, but like I loved being a mom, and my intention as my kids were really young was to be a stay-at-home mom so that I could be the one to teach them and to be there for them 24/7 as much as I could, because I always desperately as a child wanted that for my life. But my mom was a single mom working 2 to 3 to 4, sometimes 5 different jobs at a time. And the little bit of time I did get to see her, I tried to treasure it and cherish it as much as I could because there wasn't a lot of it. And I knew just for me that I wanted to be there time-wise and energy-wise as much as I could for my kids. And I feel you may have a similar idea if you do want children. That would be a similar thing that you want to do. And there's that King of Cups again. So King to Queen energy, look at that. A beautiful pair, a beautiful match. And this does not happen often. I think it recently happened with the Emperor and the Empress. I can't remember if that was for you or Pika Lee. I think it was for Pika Lee's question on Saturday or Sunday. Not that long ago. But this does not happen often. I might get a King of Wands and a Queen of Cups, or a Queen of Pentacles and a King of, I don't know, Cups? I don't know. But not usually the same suit. So it's like you guys are energetically on the same page. And both of these two are very spiritual look and very connected to that water energy. Look at that. And then also, yes, death and rebirth. So this move will really benefit you both. And you think this will happen within the next 3 years? I'm seeing 4 to 5 actually, but let's roll the dice. 2, 12. So to me, this is like they're showing from the time you meet or after the wedding, within about a year of the wedding is really what I see. So that's how I'm interpreting that. But you may even move in December. So there is that. But with this death and rebirth, but it is a quick moving thing, remember? So maybe you plan to do that while you're dating, but then nothing comes of it. But then after you're married, it's like, boom, here's a job offer. Let's go. Okay, awesome. But the death and rebirth, this is going to be a theme with your relationship, especially spiritually, where you guys trigger each other into changing. And not triggering so much in a bad way, but it's like you help heal each other. You heal each other and help lift each other up into growth is really what I see. And then we have the Empress card. She's a pregnant woman there. So if you want pregnancy, it can be available to you. That mother energy coming out with the Queen of Cups. This is the epitome of a stay-at-home mom. Again, does not mean that's the end-all be-all of your career and job at all, unless you want it to be. Again, you are in control. You are in command. You have options that you can tap into. Once again, the moon's very associated with this Queen of Cups. And of course, the earth. It's like you have the ability to manifest what you want, whether this is a business, a child, just opportunities in life, excitement, travel. You have the ability. And look, her wings are made of water. How interesting is that? So water, your connection to water is very powerful. And wow, I love that. Woohoo. All right. So up next we have Rimmel. Yeah, that was powerful. So again, this is a potential. And of course the timelines, rubber band, take with a grain of salt because things can shift and change and morph. So just live your best life, Michelle Lynn. Get back to the gym. See if you can meet this person, right? Okay, so Rimmel wants to know anything about my next relationship and how may he be like. Okay, let's let Rimmel know anything about the next relationship. Okay, wow. So this person is going to feel like a wish coming true. This person could meet all your dream guy criteria. They could look the way you would like them to look, dress, act, talk. Of course, they are their own person, but it's almost like they were custom made for you, exactly what you wished and wanted your whole life. Or maybe you had dated people, it's like you have the look I like, but your personality stinks. You have the personality I like, but I don't know, I'm just not physically attracted to you. But this person's going to hit all the marks. This person's going to be, woo, just with it, with what you want. And then the Fool, you're going to feel so light and free and like a kid again. This is really going to be the love of a lifetime. Even if you've been in love before, this is going to make that look like it was almost nothing. This is taking your heart to such a high level, so carefree, so exciting. Of course, every relationship has its ups and its downs, but this is somebody who really just makes you want to try new things and be that deep inner part of yourself that maybe you've hidden away or thought, well, I could probably never do that. This person lights you up and really inspires you. So let's go ahead and get a couple of love cards as well for Rimmel. Flipping them all. Okay. All right. So, what did I say makes you feel like a kid again? Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So, you guys are going to have a lot of fun together. You're going to be laughing constantly. I like good ab workout, just laughing. Rimmel laughing and hanging out with the soulmate, yes, hanging out with this wonderful soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate, and this is a past life connection as well. This is somebody you in past lives have been with and have had other types of relationships. It's not always all romantic. Okay, what else is coming out? Yeah, this could be the one. Soulmate energy. So the next person you're with could be the one you do settle down with and, have a long-term commitment with. It's really a beautiful energy. Let's just see. Let's tap into, because you're already connected to this person. When you are soulmate with someone, you can never not be connected to them in some way. So let's just get a message from your future soulmate or current soulmate, so to speak. Anything they want you to know right now. Rimmel. Manifesting miracles. Your dream, where is it? Your dream, right, is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Wow, there is nothing here that is a red flag or sad or anything. This is all so good. And look at the two on the back of the deck. We have trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So Rimmel, especially if you've been kind of stuck or feeling like I'm single forever, this is never going to happen for me. You got to shift that perspective. You got to shift your way of thinking and know you're already connected to this person energetically. And all you need to do now is line things up to meet them on the physical. So you will transform through accepting. And then once you accept, okay, I'm single right now. I'm not with my soulmate physically, energetically, yes. This will help you. This will help you connect to them and move them closer to you. You also have new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Yes, wish fulfillment, dreams coming true, new beginnings. These are all good things coming for you, Rimmel. That's so exciting. That is a right to the point, exciting, happy, love reading. I don't know that I can add anything that's not going to make this sound like a romance novel. Wow. That was good. All right. So up next, we've got Tracy Baby. And again, if I'm saying that wrong, pronouncing that wrong, just let me know. I will try my best to pronounce it better next time. I think I know this soulmate. Is it L or someone else? Oh, let's ask real quick. For Rimmel, is this L? Is this soulmate L? We'll ask that. Or is it someone else? Okay, so is this soulmate L? Is this soulmate someone else? It's hiding. Okay. Is it L? Ask for help from others. So this is not being very straightforward about the answer. So I would probably say it's not L. And then is it someone else? It says don't stop. Yes. So you're going in a different direction from L. Not to say though that L isn't also a soulmate. It can be. It's just, I think there's someone more suited for that wish fulfillment. The person that just almost, I don't like to say completes you because we're all complete on our own, but like you couldn't have handpicked a better counterpart for yourself. But you did. You did handpick your counterpart when you were in the more spiritual planes. So I think L is, if you trust your intuition that L is a soulmate, follow that guidance. But I think the soulmate that this reading was tapping into is somebody different than L. So I hope that resonated. So Michelle Lynn. Oh, wait, no. Rimmel, Michelle Lynn. Tracy Baby. That's right. So Tracy Baby is next. And then Jasui. And then Kelly. Yes, Kelly. And then we have Aiden as well. Aiden has donated. So if Aiden is here, let us know who you are in the chat. So I gotta add Kelly and then Aiden. And that's what we got. All right. Still only 4 likes. Oh my God, what is going on? Please make sure to give the live stream a thumbs up, everybody. I think it's a YouTube problem, not an us problem. Absolutely it is. Tracy, there we go. See, I had a feeling I was saying that wrong. Okay, so is AJ, are you Aiden? I just want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing, putting the right people on the list here. Tracy. Okay, I love it. All right. So, yes, AJ is Aiden. Awesome. I will change that to AJ, and then we will get on our way with Tracy. Beautiful. I like that. Okay. So Tracy wants to know, do I see the question yet? Oh, Michelle Lynn, on yours about your mom and kids having a close connection. Maybe, because we did tap into you moving, maybe you're only there a short time. We didn't tap into if you would be there long term or short term. But you know, maybe you are. Hello, Sanam. Welcome to the chat. All right. So Tracy is probably posting her question. I'm going to go ahead and take a drink of my water. And on deck after Tracy, we have Jasui, and then Kelly, and then AJ. And that may be, maybe, about all I have time for, just so I can, it's interesting. I don't like to eat late at night, but that is the quickest and best way that I can ground myself after all of this high vibe connection to spirit. So I want to give myself enough time that I can eat and then not go directly to bed, because I like to let the digestion do its thing for a moment before I go to bed. Probably just have a quick little snack, but yes. I'm not even hungry, but it does help ground me very quickly. And I'd say I could go outside and put my bare feet in the grass, but it was only 45 degrees today, and it's still very cold tonight, so I'm probably not going to do that tonight. All right. Ooh, watermelon. I don't have any of that. Oh, we're like totally out of fresh fruit right now. I gotta go to the store. Or more specifically, Ryan. He does all the grocery shopping. It's hard for me to be in like Walmart or any of those like grocery stores. I just get bogged down with all sorts of, it's not even other people's energy that really gets it for me. It's like the earthbound entities and just, you know, anyone waiting for something bad to happen, like ready to feed off that energy. I don't like being around that energy. So yeah. Okay. Why do I keep waking up at 3 a.m. every night? I'm just tired throughout the day. Okay. That is a big starseed thing. If you have not heard of starseeds, Tracy, starseed. And it's interesting because I just intuitively picked up my mini starseed oracle here. Love the synchronicity of that before I even knew what your question was. But starseeds are kind of being called to action and activated during those quiet hours of the night. So that's most likely what it is. Spirit's confirming that I picked up the starseed mini oracle here, and that's what it is. Absolutely. So let's get a couple little messages from this starseed oracle, and then we will go to another deck over here. Ryan is going to get more fruit tonight. I've been loving fruit lately. Me too. And yet at the same time, I don't have any right now. Wow. So Tracy, we have your patience. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold its own pace. So they're letting us know this little trend of waking up in the middle of the night might continue for a little while, but it's because you're being activated. There's something going on energetically that they need you to wake up for and then try to fall back to sleep for. And yes, it does make you tired throughout the day. They're saying just have a little bit of patience. They're not going to continue this on for too long. But here we also have the choice card. By staying conscious in your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of choice. So be very intentional. If there are certain days, like you're about to go to sleep and you know the next day, you have a very busy day and you really need a good night's rest, you can say, hey, spirit guides, you don't even have to say it out loud. Just say it in your head. Hey, spirit, I love you. I'm grateful for all that's going on, but I really need to get some sleep tonight so that I can function tomorrow because of X, Y, and Z. And put that intention before you fall asleep, and they will most likely allow you to do what you need to do, because they do have to respect our 3D world that we live in and all the mundane things that we have to do to continue moving forward here on earth. So by staying conscious of your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of your choice. Yes, there we go. And then we also have channel. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. Yes. And I think it actually is all of that high vibrational energy that's running through your body when you're sleeping. That is what's waking you up rather than spirit waking you up, so to speak. But again, you can ask spirit to dial it down a notch and not send so much energy at night to allow you to sleep and then do what you need to do the next day. But yeah, it's something that happens to many of us who channel, many of us who are very spiritually attuned and connected to our guides. It happens to many of us. Even if you're like, well, that would be nice to be able to channel spirit if it's not something you can do, you absolutely can. You absolutely can, because you are connected. So just honing that skill, you could absolutely tap into that. We also have here transcendence. So transcend your mind's limitation and allow your soul's light to shine, to truly shine. There we go. Yeah. So you're trying to overcome or kind of trip the system of that ego mind and just feel more into the heart, because the heart and that intuition, that higher self, that's not going to come from a little thought in your mind, especially a limiting thought. A lot of times, the spirit does talk to us through our thoughts, or you can connect to your higher self through your thoughts at times. But that deep knowing and connection usually comes more from your heart space. Is really what they're showing me with that. But let's get one more word of advice for Tracy about waking up and any guidance spirit has about that. Yeah, the energy is gaining momentum, and they're sending vast amounts of light to many of us light workers, earth angels, starseeds, whatever you want to label. They're sending this light at night because that's when we aren't so busy or distracted with other things, that we're giving our focus to, work day or to our family or to our friends and to Netflix or whatever it is where our attention is going. But when we kind of check out consciously, it's like they have like a green light to come in, and not like green light to come in and do whatever they want. I don't mean it like that, but like there's a green light for your energy to really increase because you're not distracted. You're very present in the unconscious, basically, astral. Okay, and then on the back of the deck, expect powerful change. So this is bringing about some really powerful changes in your life. So it's actually going to pay off in a big way. It just may not be yet. And again, having patience through kind of the difficulty of having to wake up and then feeling very tired the next day. Remember though, set your intentions that you don't, if there's a busy day ahead or whatever's going on, that you just need some rest. Some nights you can't devote every night to this work, that some nights you just need to be able to function and be a human the next day. So 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. seem to be the time that happens to all of us. Yeah, that's really the time that it comes on for me. Although last night I woke up at 2:22 and also 4:28, which 4:28 is my birthday, so I'm seeing that a lot. I'm seeing 9:44 right now on my clock as well, and Lori is seeing 8:44 or 8:8. Yes, and you also have communication is key. So yes, Tracy, communicating to your spirit team, your own higher self that, hey, I need to function the next day. Communicate. Yes, there you go. All right, so I hope that resonated. It's all good things. So no worries there. Okay, up next, Jasui, and then Kelly, and then AJ, and then we are probably rounding out our beautiful, fun High Vibe Tribe chat live stream here. We're live 2 hours, 42 minutes, and 43 minutes now, just ticked over. Okay, let me just double check that we don't have any other donations. No, we do have one more donation that came in from John. So if John can let us know who they are here in the chat, we will add you to the list and do your reading before we close out today. And thanks again for all of your lovely donations. They all do go to help my mom, whose house burned down in July of 2019, and she's still living in a little camper. And all of your donations will help to, bring her into her home. We've already purchased her a couch and a table and chair set and a freezer and all sorts of other things. Oh, the real Big John Trucking. Awesome. I know I've seen you here before. So cool. Thank you so much, John. We've got you on the list. So Chisui has her question or his question. I never know if I don't want to misgender anyone, so let me know if you're guy, girl, whatever you identify as, and we will use the right pronouns here. But yes, so spiritual those times. And AJ woke up at 3:33, and your life path is 33. That is so cool. Yeah, because so that could just be reaffirming you're on the right path in life. Okay, can't really pick out a question because I feel like I have a lot going on. What do I need to know to get better, please? Okay, let's go into it for Jisui. We're gonna start with tarot. All right, for Jisui, anything Spirit wants Jisui to know to help Jisui through all this, all that is going on. A girl. Okay. Wow. So Spirit does have a pleasant surprise coming for you. This is something unexpected. If you're struggling financially at all, this could look like help or some sort of rebate that's coming in, or just not having to pay as much as you expected for something. So saving money in some way. Let's just see for health. Anything health. Again, I'm not a medical professional, so just entertainment purposes only, but we're just tapping into the spiritual reasons or things behind any health, or just, not feeling so good about life, or just feeling great. Wow, very soon, that pleasant surprise, there's going to be something to celebrate. I think anything that you've been dealing and struggling with, you're getting good news on something. This is a good news card. This is celebration, excitement, inspiration. This is hanging out with friends you haven't seen in a long time, or family members. So there are good things on the horizon already. So that's a good thing. There is something to look forward to very soon for Jisui. Let's see what else is coming in for her. Okay. Wow, we have recovery. So any ailments, any illnesses, any long-term, what do you call them? Injuries, anything you've got going on in your physical and even mental stuff, I'm really seeing as well. You are coming into this time of recovery. But it says here, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for holding my hand throughout my recovery upon the path of radiant health. Yes. And here's the thing. A lot of our issues, our struggles, our injuries, our illnesses, I don't remember, just ailments, illnesses, a lot of this stuff, we manifest ourselves. And I'm not saying like, oh, you created your own illness. Like, I don't mean it like that, but like on an energetic level, a spiritual level, there are lessons we're learning from the things that we, the illnesses we get, the injuries we sustain, all of that. We are learning lessons from these things. So there is a time and a place for these things to be going on in our life. But if you can manifest these things into being in your life, guess what? You can also heal them. We did talk about that in someone else's reading earlier tonight. If you can create these things, or, these things are invading your body or happening, you can also get them out, get them healed, get them back on the road to recovery. We also have here, call upon Archangel Raphael for help. So call upon your healing guides and angels, and especially Archangel Raphael. He is that master healer angel for any help. If you're having headaches, I'm seeing a lot of stomach issues as well, but they're saying head and stomach. And it's interesting because they say there are also neurons in the brain. Oh, I mean, there are neurons in the brain, but they're saying there are also neurons in the stomach. They've found neurons in the stomach. So when we feel like, mentally, like, we're missing something in life, or depressed, and a lot of that, yes, they have said in the medical field that it is a chemical imbalance. And again, censorship reasons, I don't know how far into this I can go before they cut my feed. It's actually, if you can change and get your gut health in order, when you can get your gut health in order, you can bring back that depression to a better state. You can feel much better about your life. You can just have things much better, like mind, body, spirit balance. Yes, my whole body feels numb. So yeah, just calling upon Archangel Raphael for help, calling upon your own higher self, your guides, angels, any crossover loved ones that you want to tap into this beautiful healing energy. And also getting out in nature, putting your bare feet on the ground is very therapeutic, very healing. Putting your bare feet in the ocean, the sand, just on the earth. Plug yourself into the earth, because just like our cell phones, we need recharged, re-energized by the earth. And many of us are so disconnected from the earth that it's like we're so deprived of that beautiful earth energy that our bodies need, that it's like we don't even know it until we do get that energy, and it's like a whole breath of fresh air. And I also suss sunlight, like making sure you're getting enough vitamin D, making sure, not sitting out in the sun and baking in it or anything, but just getting out and letting the sun hit your body, as much skin as you can. Of course, if you're very fair skinned like me, you want to do it at safe times, like really early in the morning, or really toward the sunset time is really great time to be in the sun, because that UV index is much lower at those times. Let's just get one more message for Jasui about feeling better. Yeah, so change physicians, it says here. I don't know if you do go to a regular doctor, but there may just be someone they're going to that just doesn't understand things on the level that you need, and they can't really help you the way. So this could be looking at more of an Ayurvedic medicine, holistic practitioner, naturopath, someone that, looks at the more spiritual and emotional side of why we feel certain ways or why we have certain ailments. But it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for leading me to the best healer for the situation. Amen. And healing, that doesn't have to just look like some sort of practitioner of, the medicines and medical field. It could also be energy healing, Reiki, whatever resonates with you in that regard. But things, remember at the beginning of the reading, things are already looking up. There is a pleasant surprise. Something, you may wake up one morning and be like, wow, do I feel better? Wow, it doesn't hurt as much, or I don't feel that one way. I feel a lot. How do I know if this is a spiritual awakening? The Spirit's like, you just know. But let's just feel into that. Is this a spiritual awakening that's causing some of this numb feeling for Jasui? I'm pretty sure it is. It's just feeling, a disconnect from the life you once lived and kind of going more in a new direction, a more awakened direction. Yeah, you're closing out that old version of you. So yes, awakening. And look, this door is open and there is so much light available beyond that door. You are completing that old cycle. Big changes are coming. Pleasant surprises. Things you can really shout and scream and jump for joy. Shout from the rooftops that things are really coming in. Will you please put a link to that dirt? It seems we can all benefit from it and most don't even know about it. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I don't know if I have her link handy. Maybe Jasui, if you want. I've been recommending, again, not a doctor. This is just from me doing my own inner work and doing, testing this out myself and seeing the benefit. This dirt that Lori is speaking of is actually fulvic humic acid. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's just literal dirt that's grows in the ground with all those. Our foods are so devoid of all the nutrients, micronutrients, and amino acids and antioxidants and trace minerals and all the things that we actually need. Even organic foods are grown in totally leached soils for the most part. So the dirt that Lori's speaking of, if you want to email me, Jasui, to learn more about that. My friend is actually the one you would buy it from. I don't sell any of that stuff, and I'm not sponsored by anybody, but this stuff has changed my life for the better. My husband's really benefiting from it. My dogs, my 16-and-a-half-year-old dog, we had to take to the emergency vet in early June. She puked up 3, and it's TMI, 3 huge paper plates of just pure blood clots. They looked absolutely, it was just a heaping platefuls of blood, pure blood clots. And we thought she was dying. We thought, well, this is it. The next day, when we brought her 2 days home, when we brought her home, I started her on this very low, slow dose. And she's just thriving. She's doing very well. And 16, she'll be 17 in December, my beautiful Judith. She's still going. But I will put my email. That's what I was going to do. Amanda@gunphotodesign.com. I still need to get a Done Creative email address, but that's where you can reach me for my business purposes. If you want to know more about getting proper minerals in your body, because we got to fuel our bodies with both the light and also the good things here on earth. But most of us, even when we think we're eating healthy, it's not as healthy. They say the nutrition in one organically grown apple, is only about 1/12 of the nutrition that our grandparents, if you're someone born between the 80s and 90s, that our grandparents experienced. It's crazy. You have 3 babies, 7, 5, and 3, single mom. you could say, and I feel horrible, I'm so sorry. Let's get you one more light, enlightening, beautiful message from Spirit. Yeah, being a mom is such a gift and such a needed job, especially to those beautiful babies. Wow. Yeah, heart, home, compassion. That you really are in a place, you're exactly where you need to be right now, experiencing exactly what you need to experience. And things really are going to be looking up for you. There is going to be a lot to celebrate and a lot of joy coming in. It's just a matter of closing out some old yuckiness to get on the other side of that door, but it's coming for you. And one good way to, I know stay-at-home moms. I was a stay-at-home mom for many years. I mean, I'm still a work-at-home mom, so really stay-at-home mom plus the working too that I'm doing. And one of the best ways I can just feel better about myself, about my life, about things in general is to just clean my home, clean out a closet, clear clutter, deep clean the cobwebs all up on my windows and my ceiling fans. I got lots of dust. When I do that, it really does bring in that new energy. It really clears the air. And we got another 9. 2 plus 7 is 9. So you have a 9. Your close, or that does, correlate with the closing of a cycle, completion there. And then big changes coming as a result. Let's get one more on the back of the deck, lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. So definitely your awakening is tied to this. 3 plus 4 is 7, which is a very spiritual number. Going within, asking your soul, asking your higher self, what is best for me? What do I need to do? And following that guidance above all, but taking care of yourself and not beating yourself up for not being more or feeling more or doing more. Just doing what you can, because the best that you do from day to day is going to vary. When you're on top of your game and things are going really well, you can do a lot more because you have more energy. But when you're depleted and depressed and sad and just feeling numb, it's hard to even get out of bed and have to, hang out with your babies. Like, it can be hard. Like, I've been there. Yes. So doing the best you can in every day. And if even getting through a day is hard, doing the best you can in any moment. And each moment you will start, kind of dragging yourself up by those bootstraps. And Spirit keeps tapping me on the shoulder tonight. What is happening? I'm sure if I had to go back and rewatch this, I would just be doing this pretty much all throughout this thing. But yeah, you really are changing in such a better way. But look, repairing the veil, forgiveness. This might even be linked to your, say you're a single mother, who you had your children with. This could be linked. There could be some forgiveness. And this does not mean you're getting back with this person if that's not what you want, but repairing the damage that was done through forgiveness, through really seeing why you had to go through certain struggles with this person or people. If you have multiple fathers, that could be a thing. But again, another 9, 4 plus 5, closing out a cycle, repairing through forgiveness. There is some forgiveness that is needed here. And even forgiving yourself for not being the mom that you thought you could be or you think you should be. Because again, you're doing your best. And those little babies, they're getting the exact lessons they need anyway. It's hard, but I'm grateful. I saw live. God, I pray for it last night. Aw. Yeah. I'm so glad that you got this live. I really am. And it's like everybody that needs to be where they are and things line up, like it's all divinely inspired and divinely orchestrated. So you showed up when you needed, where you needed. Let's get Jasui one more. Yeah, let's see. Anything else Spirit has for Jasui? Woo! Well, you're getting 2 more, Jasui. Yes, cosmic web, the divine feminine. So there's that beautiful motherly energy that you've got going on. There is a healing also within the beautiful motherly energy. Any birth traumas that you had with your beautiful babies, if there was some traumatic birth experiences, or just the damage that carrying children can do to a body that maybe left you feeling less than, after, things are deflated, things are shifted, there's stretch marks, there's things that, we all experience as moms, that it kind of is a irreversible kind of thing that we go through, but you're repairing a lot of this stuff. And it feels like it's starting in the mental and spiritual, and then you're going to see some changes reflected also in the physical body. But also, we've got here repairing the veil. This almost reminds me of first backbone, like maybe you had some back pain or still have some back pain as a result of pregnancies, but also these here, what do you call them, ab muscles. Sometimes after, baby 1, baby 2, baby 3, the middle section of those abs kind of does this, where there's kind of a hole or a cavern between those, and it's almost like doing X amount of exercise, just it will never close that gap. But I don't know why they're bringing that to the attention here. But there may be you connecting to spirit to close that gap if you have that going on, or just feeling like, bodies are destroyed. Mothers can feel that way, or just not feeling like who they were to begin with. And it's interesting, on the back of the deck of that other deck, we have children just been staring me in the face this whole time, and improving health. So look, you are improving your health, and I think just you wanting to be that best version of yourself you can be to show up for your children is going to help you. And what did Lori say earlier? I think she said something about laughter is the best medicine. She said this for somebody. I don't know if it was Jasui or someone else, but I thought I saw that earlier. Look at that. So laughing with those kiddos, having fun. I like to at times, I will put on fun music on the living room TV, and we'll just dance. We'll just have a little dance party. That can really lighten the rest of my day. I don't feel so bogged down with chores around here, or, oh no, I gotta get this done, that done. I just let loose for a minute. Oh no, your mom passed away 2 days after your daughter was born. I definitely know what they are talking about, the birth situation. There we go. Yeah, your intuition will absolutely know what that means. We also have here in the hand, the universe is your partner. So they're letting you know with that number 31, which adds up to 4, stability, security, a new beginning, you being able to create something that's long lasting and supportive of your financial energy, your family, just feeling really, oh, and you are 31. Wow. Good synchronicity. See, you guys point these things out. Sometimes I don't see them, but there we go. I love that. Yeah. So we've got all those 9s basically that added up as well. So lots of closing of cycles. So wow, I think we got a good start for you, for Sui. Some things to think about, but you definitely are going through some spiritual stuff that might bring up some physical stuff that, also with this cosmic womb here, you being able to connect to your mother, because this is the number of the mother. This is temperance energy as well. Being able to connect to your mom in your dreams, especially. There's this, even if you don't remember your dreams, you may even like wake up and just have this feeling that you met with her. But if you do have dreams with her in there and they felt so real, just know those weren't dreams. Those were visitations. That's what Spirit's wanting me to know. Now I got chills. Let's get a quick message before we close out, Jasui. Let's get a quick message or couple from your mom here. I have a couple spirit decks, so let's just see what comes out. Any messages from Jasui's mom? Okay, wow. I am here helping you, and what was this? What was this in the hand? The universe is your partner, that helping hand. She is helping you. I have such chills. I knew she was coming in. I had to just say something after you mentioned her. Wow, look at that. I am helping you. And there is someone with a flag. So that flag, letting your flag fly, I just heard. So that might be relevant. We also have here, I wish I had told you more often how much I love you. Wow. And maybe some of that healing and forgiveness and repairing has to do with your relationship with your mom. Just feeling like there were certain times, certain things from childhood or early teenage years that I'm getting like major chills now, that maybe you wish you could have been a better daughter, you wish you could have been a better mother, and you wish you could go back and fix those things or do those things over, but you can't. But that said, you can repair things from here forward, because she has that higher perspective now. She has that higher perspective to know and to see what you're doing, what you're going through, and she has spiritual perspective. She's not having to meet you through her lens of ego anymore. That ego's removed. She is pure light now. Her and your dad, I feel them both. Oh, that's so beautiful. Yes. So let's get interesting too. That children card that came out. It's almost like your mom and dad are letting you know that they are still with their children. Okay, let's get a message also from your dad. Just see before we close out. Once in a great while, Spirit knows there's just someone who needs a little more TLC with the questions rather than a 3 to whatever minute. I watch over you every day. Yes, exactly what I already said. We're just going in circles at this point. But it says here, we will be together again. Look at that. That's beautiful. Yes, so they are definitely very close to you, very with you. You can connect to them still, and there is a lot you can take away from this to serve you moving forward. To know that beautiful spiritual awakening you're going through, that can be very hard at times, and very difficult at times, is all leading you to being able to communicate with those who have crossed over, with your guides, with your higher self. You're just getting a deeper connection to spirit. And through all these struggles and hard times, just keep reminding yourself, this is leveling me up. This is getting me closer to spirit. I'm able to communicate with spirit. That will really help you through this. All right, Jasui, thanks again for your lovely donation. And I really am sending you beautiful, positive vibes and big hugs that things look up soon. But remember, at the beginning, there is something to celebrate very soon. Good surprises coming in, which we like to see. So good. All right. Whoa, I'm losing them. Yeah, and then happily ever after. There's the 4 of Wands right there. You and your 3 kids. Look at that. Celebrations. There's that dance party I was talking about earlier, putting some music on and just dancing. I had a visitation from them last night and was so scared. Thank you so much. Oh, you are so welcome. Yeah, there's nothing to be afraid of. Spirit's like, there's just nothing to be afraid of. I mean, yeah, it can be scary because it's intense, but it's all love, really. When you're connecting to your actual loved ones, it's love. So, yeah. All right. Put these back. And this back. All right. So, sorry for the delay, Kelly, but we are back to Kelly's question. And then AJ, and then John. I think that's all she wrote on our list tonight. Yes. Okay. Is SS my twin flame? Okay. All right. So is SS Kelly's twin flame? And with your other one for A, I think it was, again, that was asking you to trust. So let's see if Spirit will be a little more clear and to the point for SS. Is SS Kelly's twin flame? I don't think so. It says get more information. So SS could be like a soulmate connection. You know what I'm saying? It could be more of a soulmate rather than twin flame. I think A is more of a twin flame energy just with the other information we got. Let's just get one love card associated with SS for Kelly. Hello, Getaleka. Wow, there is chemistry here, and it would be probably a pretty supportive and fun relationship. But it's just not a twin flame connection. But there's nothing wrong with that. Like with me, again, I married my soulmate, not my twin flame. But there is a strong magnetic attraction between you and SS that cannot be denied. And maybe that's why you think they are a twin flame, because you feel that energetic connection. So I hope that answered your question. All right. No, you can go ahead, Getaleka. I will absolutely honor one more donation from you. So AJ's turn, and then John, and then when Getaleka donates, we will put her on the list here. Getaleka. There we are. And then Dana, I think Dana checked out pretty early. But I will put Dana on the holdover list. Lori is like our High Vibe Tribe cheerleader. I give you that title, Lori. You're the High Vibe Tribe cheerleader. Just so we said up there, I have chills all over my body. I'm glad that resonated for you. I miss some of this stuff. Yeah. All right. Okay. So AJ says, general love reading. And just let me know, are you single or coupled up already or seeing someone? What's kind of your status? Because then I can tailor what Spirit's showing me in the right way. You're surprised I'm still alive. I'm not. Ooh, it's 1010. I've been seeing that number a lot lately as well. Yeah, single. Okay, let's tap into AJ's love life. Okay, we got 2 coming out. Okay, trust. Trust, it says here, the situation is calling for you to have faith. So trust that there is someone out for you. I'm really already picking up on a new soulmate connection or someone in your future. Oh, you're going through a separation. Oh, that's sad. I'm so sorry. Maybe, I don't know if your separation had something to do with a difference of opinion, a difference of belief systems, a difference of religion. But it says here, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So I don't know if just maybe not seeing eye to eye or just not completely connecting is really what I'm seeing is kind of what led to that separation. Let's see. Because I was tapping into a future soulmate connection. Let's just see what's going on with this future person. Okay, so the future person is a very fiery energy. Could be a Leo or Sagittarius or Aries. That's that fire energy. It brought me through my spiritual awakening. Well, there you go. That's beautiful. So it served a beautiful purpose in your life. And it's 911 for Lori. Yes. So this future person is a fire sign. Even if it's not their sun, moon, or rising, it could be another placement for them, or they could have Leo on their 7th house, which would indicate their relationships I'm seeing. Let's just see. But this person is kind of high up at their job, or they're at the very least, very well respected at the job, and kind of as that go-to person that knows what they're doing. We also have the Strength card. There's Leo again, Leo energy again. So Leo, especially of those fire signs, is really standing out there. Leo, and then we have the Knight of Cups. So this person is a romantic at heart. This person wants to see you. I just heard from Spirit, it's like their happiest thing in their life is to be able to see you smile. So this person, AJ, just absolutely loves to plan a surprise or to bring you a gift, and they just love to see. Burma, it was 10:10 just a second ago, and I just thought about you because that's your birthday. How are you? Welcome to the chat. But yes, this person for you, AJ, they're just a romantic at heart. They really love to see you light up and be happy about life, about just love and joy. They love to make your day better. They like to make your life easier. So if they can do little chores around the home or do things for you that make life easier for you, they thrive on that. So they probably have a lot of 7th house placements or a lot of planets or whatever going on in their 7th house because they're all about love. They shower their romantic partner with beautiful love and happiness and joy, and maybe you didn't get a lot of that in your previous relationship. Maybe you felt that at times maybe was all about them, and rather sometimes you just kind of took back burner to them at times. But yes, this is a wish coming true. This person coming into your life, this is going to really be the love of a lifetime. This is going to be something that really makes you feel alive and passionate about life, because this King of Wands is going to take care of you in many passionate ways. You can leave that open for interpretation, but take you to heights you've never seen before in love, romantically, physically, spiritually, mentally, just all the ways. This person's going to really take care of you in just so many ways, energetic ways as well. And it says very soon. So clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So this might happen soon. Let's just get a quick little message from your future soulmate. Of course, you're already energetically connected to this soulmate. So let's just get a message from their higher self to you. All right. What do they want you to know? Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. So there may just be some healing that you're doing, working through this separation that you're going, oh, you think you work with her? Okay. So just give it a little bit of time. The separation you're currently going through, this is going to be, the time for you to focus on your healing. Focus on you loving yourself, you making yourself happy, treating yourself like, the best version of you. That's really what I see with that. So, you will take a little bit of time as you work through the separation to love yourself the way you deserved in this previous connection. And if I had misgendered anybody in this, you can take it. Of course, I'm saying he. If it's what you want is a she, then just, apply it. I just say what's on the cards here. So let's get one more quick channeled message from your future soulmate. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. So what I already said about that, it's beautiful. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Yes. And then, yes, look at that sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. So that's beautiful. Yeah. You have someone waiting for you. And if you think this is the person you're working with, then, just feel into that. Trust your intuition. Just feel into that. You are so welcome. That was beautiful. Lots of good stuff. This to me feels like a good and needed change from the previous relationship. It's like the previous relationship taught you a lot about what you don't want in love, but this future relationship is going to teach you a lot about what you do want, okay? Yay! Again, if I misgendered, I was just saying what was on the cards here. Sometimes I just get into it that way. But if it's a she you're wanting to connect with, then she is the one. She really wants to shower you with all that beautiful love. Yes. All right. So that was for AJ. So up next, we've got John, and then Get to Leka Ray will be closing us out. I got on here and couldn't believe that you were still on, right? Me, you know me. I'm on 3 hours and 15 minutes and 14 seconds. Yeah, I think you guys understand what I mean when I say what I say, because Spirit is the one that's tapping into this energy, and they know what you have going on better than I do, obviously. So, awesome. All right. So up next is John. Waiting for John's question, and then Get to Leka is on deck. Did you catch what my announcement was? All right. The heat was atrocious. Ethan's talking about the Vegas heat. I don't know if I missed communication here by Burma. I saw she popped in and said hello. I could try to miss anything. Yep. Okay. Oh, you didn't. Well, basically I'm opening a Patreon. Everything that I do online already is still going to be the same, but the model of work that I have set up and just what I get from the ad revenue is pretty much non-existent on YouTube, and I've been working almost for free on YouTube for over 2 years now. I don't even make minimum wage before taxes, let alone after taxes on YouTube, but it's something I want to continue to be able to do because I love it so much. And just as a sustainable business model, I need to bring on something that can kind of temper all of that. So that's what we're doing. We're going to justify it. But yeah, if you want to go back and watch the beginning, I get all into it and talk about it. But I'm kind of over these next 2 weeks going to kind of tease little things about what's going on with my my big announcement, my Patreon account. It will be live on September 6th during the new moon. So I'm excited about that. Okay, can you remind me what the guidelines for question are? I'm pretty much way more open than any other tarot reader I know of. I don't like to try to go behind closed doors with people that you aren't connected to, as far as like another couple or something. I say if you're asking any kind of health questions, that it's just for entertainment purposes only. This is more a spiritual perspective of said health things, and to always go to a health practitioner. Nothing crazy, I guess. I don't know what that would include. The list is just John and Get to Leka Ray. That's what we're working with. And then holdover is Dana. Yeah, it's pretty low because we've been on here a while. So yeah, John, whatever you're thinking, I'll let you know if it's not something I can answer, but I don't know that anyone's ever asked a question that I haven't been able to answer, or at least try to connect to spirit to answer. You know what I mean? Oh, Burma's having a hard time. Oh no, Burma. I'm sorry. You're going through some stuff. Hope everything's okay. I need to drink water is what I need. Oh, that water is ice cold. Yeah, I got my other water bottle back that I use most of the time, but I've been liking this because I think the ice might finally have melted, but that ice has been in here all day, and it doesn't melt because it's in a metal rather than in plastic. I probably should get a glass one, but like my kids and me are all too clumsy with it that it would probably shatter. Yeah, so John, and then get to Lekka. So, okay, I want to know what my intentions were with this incarnation. I feel like I don't know what I'm supposed to do with my life. Okay, let's get some guidance for John. What were John's, we'll just say like the soul intentions. What is John's soul kind of contract or intentions for this life? He doesn't feel he knows what he's supposed to do. Okay. All right. Wow. So you're meant to, in this lifetime, have kind of like a spiritual awakening, or what someone would consider like a big paradigm shift, where maybe you grew up thinking one way, and one great example of this, it doesn't have to be your exact situation, but this is just an example where maybe you grew up in a super religious home, but then as an adult you decided, yeah, this just isn't for me, it's too limiting, it's not what I believe. Or just having a spiritual awakening of sorts, or awakening to the reality that this world is not what you were taught it was in as a child. But this is a big part of your purpose, is to see things in a different way than what we're all programmed or brainwashed or told to believe. Part of your purpose is to see things a whole other way, basically the upside down way, which is really the right way, because in this 3D world the controllers, the elite, the whatever you want to call them, have inverted everything. What's up is down, what's good is bad, what's right is wrong. And you're here to see the actual right way of things. Even though you're hanging upside down in this card, you are seeing things the correct way eventually. Maybe you grew up thinking one way and now you're thinking another. Let's tap more into this energy. What else is John meant to be doing in this incarnation? Exactly what we were saying about that religious upbringing. I don't know if that maybe was a perfect example for your life, but that's what they're showing me now with this Hierophant. This is the priest. The on the traditional Rider-Waite depiction of this card, it looks like a what do you call, like a Catholic priest type of guy in all the garb and getup. But in this depiction, it's like this person is way more relaxed with their spiritual practice and religion. They're doing it their way. They're not doing it by the book, so to speak, or I just saw a shadow right up here. Interesting. This person's doing it their own way. So John, as a result of you seeing things a whole new way in this life, it's going to lead you to believe, like your belief systems. This is a card of belief systems. And normally this is traditional belief systems, what is already established in society or religion or government. But I'm seeing this because he's dressed so differently than any other spiritual person or religious, high up, basically, Hierophant. This is you doing it your way. And these are both major arcana energies. So this is major transformation. This was a pretty big soul contract that you signed to come here in this incarnation. Even if you don't feel like you're doing anything special, you are. Just you being here is holding light on this planet. Just you deciding to incarnate during these tumultuous and sometimes treacherous times that we're in right now is a big deal. And it's to be commended, because only the true gangsters come down to earth, because this place is bananas. Energetically, this is probably one of the farthest away places we can get from source or from our own light, without completely forgetting that we have a light, And many of us spend a lot of our lives forgetting we have a light, or don't even believe or know if we have a soul. But a big part of your life mission is to remember that light within you. And yeah, maybe even overcoming, with this Hierophant here too. This is about belief systems. This is about lack mentality, not feeling that you're included, always feeling like that odd man out, maybe even since you were a child, feeling like you don't belong here, you don't belong in your family, you don't belong in your friend groups, you don't belong on this planet. And a lot of times when you feel that way, it's because you are from other realms, you're from other planets. You're probably, John, you might resonate with what they call the indigo children. Look up signs that you are an indigo. Is that how you spell it? No, I didn't even type. Okay, indigo child. So look up indigo child or signs you're an indigo child. You may resonate with them. They're the type of people, amazing people, that are not here to do things the same old way. They're here to shake things and make things new and different and break the old systems. That's what you're here to do, John. But sometimes you got to lift your head and just wake up to the reality around you, because society has told you you're trapped. This is what you have set out, and that's it. But when you actually lift your head and look around, you see you're not trapped anywhere at all, because look, the key is right there. All you have to do is wake up, which that's half the battle, is waking up, seeing through the illusion of this 3D matrix, stepping out of the matrix, taking that red pill, if you will, and then going to get that damn key, unlocking the door, and then going on in a new way, in your way, shining your light in your way. That's powerful. So even if you don't feel you're here to do anything special in any way, you are. This is powerful stuff. You're going to do it your own way, though. You don't have to do it the way other people wake up and then, become yogis on a mountain, or they wake up and write books. They wake up and do all these things. You can do it John's way. That's really what Spirit's saying, is there is no box. There is no right or wrong, or, you're not having to follow the status quo. You're going to do things your way. So half the fun of being here is trying to figure it out, making mistakes, stumbling, picking yourself back up, and then continuing. That's what you're here to do. So just shine that light and be your true authentic self. And a lot of times our beliefs were things that were given to us. When we were a baby just born fresh on this earth, we didn't know what a Christian was. We didn't know what a Muslim was. We didn't know what a Democrat or a Republican was. These are things that we were shifted or molded to become based on what our teachers or our parents or society told us to become. If we had it our way from beginning, we may have chose something completely different. But half the battle is to wake up to the fact that you don't have to be what other people told you to be, and then to tune into that inner part of yourself that knows you deeper than anything and anyone on this planet, and then shining that light and allowing that authentic part to step out and perform here. Indigo child. That was beautiful. Oh no, currently in a tornado watch. Well, hopefully you got all those dead trees tore down or cut down, so they're not gonna maybe fall on the home. Hopefully. Yeah, be careful. We will send good vibes that any tornadoes that do come that way don't go Burma's way. Wow, that was a powerful message. Yeah, John, I hope that resonated for you and didn't just not give you much information, because it didn't really say, John needs to do this, John needs to do that. It just kind of maybe let you know where you've been, and now kind of leaves that key in your hand to decide where you're going. And I hope John's still here. I haven't heard from him at all since he posted the question, I think. Thank you, it's not terrible. Well, that's good, Burma. Good. I'm glad it's not terrible. Okay. All right. Well, that certainly hit the nail on the head. Yay! Well, that just lets you know you're here to do some amazing things. Even if they don't look that amazing to you, they still are. I mean, just you being here, it takes a backbone. It takes cojones, as I say here. It takes some big cojones to be here. And we thank you for your service here on this mission on Earth to bring about a new way, because the way we're doing things right now ain't it. It just ain't it anymore. Not that it ever was, but it sure has outstayed its welcome. This lack, this control, grid, not for us anymore, right? Not that it ever was, but we were here and thought we had to participate in it, but now we know better, right? All right. Let me just make sure nothing has come in after Get to Lekka. So she has donated for 2, and that is going to round us out for the rest of this chat tonight. So we've got here general guidance from spirit guides, ancestors, and higher self. I love this question. All right, for Gitaleka, any general guidance? I'm doing my best. Pray for me to lose the weight. We are sending positive, good vibes. And a lot of times, John, before we get into Gitaleka's question, a lot of times when we put on excess weight as humans, many indigos, rainbows, crystals, star seeds, light workers, earth angels, whatever you want to call. I mean, we don't have to put labels because a lot of times indigo children don't really like to label anything, which is totally valid. But a lot of times when we're just trying to, protect ourselves from this harsh world, that's when we put on weight. There are many that put on this excess weight to really kind of act as a shield to not actually be seen, to fit in, to protect the inner parts. But once you start awakening and living that more authentic side of yourself, you're going to see that even if you don't change much about your diet, your exercise, or anything in between, that weight's going to start sliding off. Because when you can embrace more of that light, it breaks through the density of a lot of what you packed on to try to protect or shield yourself or to cloak yourself from being in this 3D stew of yuckiness that we're in. So yes, keep that in mind. All right. So for Gitaleka, any messages, guidance from spirit, ancestors, or higher self? Wow. 2, 3 cards. Wow. So we have here the moon card. Take note of intuitive messages. So you are getting intuitive messages, even if you can't say, well, point to anything, because I know sometimes you say it's hard for you to get guidance from your guides, but these intuitive messages may be coming in the form of your own thoughts, and those thoughts are spirits speaking through you. So you may be claircognizant. I think we might have touched on that before for you, Gitaleka, but you're getting downloads of information through your own thoughts, ways to go, things to do, all of that. But also the full moon is coming up on the 22nd of this month, obviously, a couple days away. So maybe connecting, even just looking at the moon, just seeing the moon from your place of residence, or getting out and maybe meditating under the moonlight could be really powerful for you if you can do that. That will help you connect to your higher self, to your guides, angels, crossover loved ones. That'll really help you feel connected. Also, your guardian angel says you are not alone. So you really are connecting mind, body, and soul. So mind, body, and soul is really what I'm seeing here. You are connected. You are not by yourself. You are not alone. Even if you've been feeling kind of alone, that solitude, in those quiet, still moments, it's almost like you can feel this buzz of spirit around you, or this kind of hum, almost like hearing a hum in the silence. Like spirit is very close to you, is really what they want you to know. We also have the summer card, bask in joy and light. So they're wanting you to really enjoy these last, month or so of summer. We've got a little over a month left of summer, so to speak. But this is you just enjoying the last little bits of summer. And then I'm really seeing coming into the fall months, especially October, there's something really exciting, maybe a new project or something going on at work for you. Let's feel into this real quick. My own thoughts. I think I am telling myself, yeah. All right. Okay. So great and full. So yeah, that exciting thing or project or something going on at work is really going to feel fulfilling for you. And it might even come with a raise or some sort of bonus or financial compensation or just recognition for the hard work that you've put into this. And you're going to feel really like on top of your game, or really happy with what your work is and all of your accomplishments. And this is coming up in October, I see. So I hope that resonated. All right. I will get a heart attack if I feel spirit roaming around me. No. It's more of a feeling, just an energetic feeling. You're not going to see or like feel them touching me, like touching you, like they touch me. It took me many years to build up to not being terrified of seeing someone standing in my bedroom when I get up to go pee in the night. That takes a whole other level of something, because even when there are 3 other people that live in this house and then 2 dogs, I will wake up sometimes, and my youngest especially, he will just be staring at me in the face. And I'm like, what do you want? He's like, I can't sleep. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. Neither can I now that you've startled me awake. Um, but yeah, even someone like me who has seen this stuff and felt this stuff and heard this stuff for a long time, sometimes it can still have a time and place where I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. Whew, I just didn't see you there. I didn't know you were there. Okay, we're good. Kind of scary. Especially when, not that, I guess it was, when was that? Maybe February. I don't remember what it was, but my husband and I watched that Netflix thing, the Night Stalker thing. Man, just going down to let the dogs out at night, I was terrified that Richard Ramirez was going to kill me. Yeah, really. I get that way. It's funny. My daughter does that all the time, and she does not sleep at all. Oh, thankfully, my youngest is going to be 7 in November, and he's finally, maybe the last year and a half, he's finally just, like, we would used to, for almost a year and a half, I had to lay with him to get him to sleep. Where before, the year before that, he was fine. You just put him to bed, read him a story, kiss him, tuck him in, love him, tell him goodnight, and he'd sleep. But then for like a year and a half, it was, he would not fall asleep without us there. And I think just feeling the area and knowing what's going on, there was just a lot of earthbound entities coming and going in the stairwell right outside his bedroom, and he didn't want to be alone, which I cannot fault him for not wanting to be alone. And the other night, actually 2 nights ago, before bed, he's like, will you come lay with me? And I'm like, oh no, we're not going down this road again. I love you. I will come clear anything I can, but I'm not gonna, man, sometimes 2 hours you're laying there waiting for him to fall asleep. But he figured it out. We compromised, and I told him I'd play Guess Who with him in the morning. We'd hang out and have all sorts of fun. So I want to live in Bethlehem again so much. That has always felt like home to me. That's beautiful. Yeah, I think Burma lives near there. That's probably why you're talking about that. Not that I'm calling out Burma's location or anything. Oh yeah, so I'm in dance class, and I found out I have to perform on stage next semester, so I think on stage was inevitable despite me having stage. Yay, Ethan, that's so cool. Well, maybe you will find that you love it, the thrill, the rush of being on stage, especially when other people are there, so you're not like the only one. But man, I was in dance squad in high school, cheerleading, so I was always kind of front and center of what was going on, but like in a group. So it was like I was outspoken, but yet like in a group, you know what I mean? Because I was very shy in high school and very introverted, and it was hard for me. Like, it was easy for me to get out and perform with a group, but if I had to do that on my own, I'd be like, oh hell no, I'm not doing that. No way, no how. Okay, so get to Lekka's second question. Okay, let me make sure I'm not missing anything. You feel sensations in your feet sometimes as if someone touched, but I hush my mind. Yeah, and you can even tell spirit, hey, appreciate that you want to connect with me, but please don't do it that way. Please don't do that. Please do it this way. And of course, I think they already know your heart. They already know what you can handle as a human. They usually already know what you can handle. It's usually those lower level entities that will try to scare you or do those things, which if you don't have any problems with that, good. That you don't have to worry about it, because they usually only do that with specific people. So if you don't have to deal with that, then you have dodged the bullet. I dealt with that over and over and over again as a young child, and even into my teen years before I'm like, let's shut the door on this noise. Because I didn't know it wasn't all good or all bad. I just didn't know what I was rolling in. I didn't know. Yeah, you're just relieved you're not performing alone. I feel you on that. That would be so fun. Road trip to see Burma. All deep thinkers, sensitive people. Are all deep thinkers and sensitive people introverts? I wonder. I don't know. I know many of them are. Many of them are, because they need that separation between their energy and others. But I'm not going to say that all of them are, because I'm pretty sure there are extroverted people out there that really thrive on being extroverted, but can still go within and get what they need when they need it. So I would say probably most, but not all, if I had to guess. So Get to Like says, what is coming up for Mamata Banerjee in the next 3 to 4 years? And I'm not even sure who that is, if that's a famous person or someone you know in your life or whatever, but it's okay because I don't need to know. We're just going to connect to the energy of this person, Mamata Banerjee, in the next 3 to 4 years. Because Spirit knows. I don't need to know because Spirit knows. Okay. All right. Oh, wow. So we have here Moon Maiden, new beginnings, and 41, which adds up to 5. So there are big changes coming around this person's like day-to-day operations, the things this person does or the way they show up in the world, especially on their more intuitive side or more spiritual side. To me, it feels like even though the moon, because the moon kind of goes through phases where it really shines, it's that full moon, and then other times where it's, barely seen or not seen at all, the dark moon. But what I'm seeing is this person's really rising. I mean, there is a full moon here and fully illuminated. And this person here is all in the water. So this is a very deep spiritual connection, very in tune with spirit, very in touch with their own intuition, their spiritual practices, as somebody who is very gifted and connected to their intuition, for sure. And big changes are coming where other people are going to start recognizing this for sure as well. We also have repairing the veil, forgiveness, 45, another ending. These endings are inevitable these next 3 to 4 years where we're closing out one version of ourselves and stepping into a higher version. And that's exactly what this person is doing. Repairing the veil, forgiveness. And repairing the veil, when this person pulls that bow tight, it's going to bring the sky back together. So it's almost to me like a full union of the higher self, or a full union of as full as we can get in the human experience of their own light being online. She is the CM. I asked about her. You said she was incarnated as Joan of Arc. Oh, that person is an Ascended Master. I remember telling you, okay, wow. Yeah, I can totally see that now. That's coming full circle. I had never heard of that person before you said that, and then haven't seen anything or heard anything since either. But this person really is repairing a lot of even tumultuous things going on in the area that they live in. Maybe they have a big platform of peace or just going within and not causing destruction. Like this person's very connected to just righting the wrongs, but like in a peaceful kind of way. John says, I remember telling my parents I wanted to go back where I came from, that I was wearing goggles. Yeah, right? I think many of us have felt that way as children, especially. Just not being from this place. We just want to get beyond. Okay, what else is going on for the next 3 to 4 years for, I want to say the name right. Go back up. Mamata Banerjee, I think. Mamata Banerjee. Anything else going on for the next 3 to 4 years for Mamata Banerjee? Okay, wow. Yeah, reconciliations with the Wailing Tree. I don't know, does this person work a lot with underprivileged people or people who just feel destitute, or like even people very low on the spiritual totem pole, or just trying to right wrongs in some way? Because this is all about reconciliation. And again, this 59 adds up to 14, which adds up to 5. And 14 is the inverse of 41. 14 and 41. It's like a mirror reflection. It's like the moon reflecting on water. So it's like a union of, it's like the dualism, that's the word. Duality, that's the word. The duality in this person between the ego and the higher self is almost just completely united with spirit. They're like, the ego is just there to keep the person safe, but it is not in full operation, for sure. And this person also is helping other people like illuminate their light within, like kind of like triggering people to awaken, triggering people into realizing their own light. Poor people, many schemes made by her. Yeah, so she's really helping, especially with ancestral things or stuff going on in history around where you're at, where maybe there was slavery, or abuse, or especially surrounding women and children. Especially, that's really what they're showing me here. Women and children not being treated as first-rate citizens like a man would. A man has more rights or more power than a woman or a child, but these rights are being wronged. This is bringing more of a beautiful, divine, feminine approach to spirituality, to the world at large. So that's where this person is heading in these next 3 to 4 years. It's almost like they're just going to continue on the path they're already on, but more people are going to be made aware of what this person's doing, and it's going to become more of a household name, say, over here in the West, because I had never heard of this person at all. But I mean, it sounds like there's, some beautiful light coming from this person. So I think we all should be able to know what's going on with this person. Plays a significant role in Indian politics. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it seems like good things. Let's get one more to close this out here. Yeah, that high priestess energy. Harness mystic power. And that's exactly what she's doing. She's bringing more of her light online to then help, like, trigger and not trigger. Trigger's maybe not the best word. Ignite that light in others, or spark that light in others. And then we also have the Hermit card, retreat and recharge. So she may have a time where she takes a bit of a step back from society, even though we had that big bright moon where she was shining bright. It's almost like some of this fame or just notoriety or recognition is kind of affecting her to the point where she wants to kind of be within for, I see like a 6-month period of time during that next 3 to 4 years. There might be a 6-month or so period of time where she kind of isn't in any kind of news headlines, or really, it's not that she's not working and doing things behind the scenes. It's just not that she's front and center, because she needs to bring her energy back home for a while. Not that she's not helping people in that time, but she's having to focus on her own light to bring even more light through. So I hope that resonated. All right, and I think that's all we're gonna have time for. She's very simple, no show off, no glamour. Yeah, and that's really what I picked up with that moon and the divine feminine. It's almost like she's not doing these things to get recognition. It's just by her having this beautiful, loving energy, she's getting the recognition. And she could take it or leave it. And really, if she had it her way, she'd almost just leave that recognition, because that's not why she's doing what she's doing. But, really, ultimately, it is helping the cause of helping more people. If people know who she is and what her causes are and what she's doing, it'll really help shed light on issues and things that need help and worked out. So really, it's a good thing. But, with great power comes great responsibility. I just heard that from, I almost said Peter Parker from Spider-Man. Yes. Oh, you're so welcome, Jasui. Absolutely. I'm glad you could catch the live, and Spirit knew you needed that, so they gave you a little extra love. Normally, the readings here, I won't say normally, because probably at least once a show, maybe twice a show, there's someone who just needs, we go a little more in depth. I personally try to keep the readings, and Spirit sometimes yells at me in their nice, loving way to not try to give full in-depth personal readings, because I do offer that service as well. But these are meant to just be a quick little message of, yay, here's some information about your question, and then on with your day. But I usually just go in, and it's hard for me to just not give all the information. But yeah, I know what needs to come out will comes out. So that's what happens here. But yeah, I love that Lori and Burma are having a fun little conversation here about Pennsylvania and all the different towns. Both my Kiefer ancestors and my Hutton ancestors. Hutton is my mom's dad's side of the family, and Kiefer is my dad's side of the family. They both settled early settlers in Pennsylvania as Quakers, Pennsylvania Dutch. About 60 miles from each other, two totally different sides of my families. Settled very close to each other. I don't think they knew each other or anything. I mean, 60 miles back then was a ways, but then they went their separate ways around the map. But yeah, interesting. I have ties to Pennsylvania. My Hutton ancestors were neighbors with William Penn. not. I had once heard the rumor that William Penn was one of my ancestors, but I did my own research because that didn't resonate with me. Not that that wouldn't be cool, but I'm like, I doubt that. But yeah, I found out, no, that's not the case. But on my mom's dad's side, the Levitt family goes back way, way back, has ties to, gosh, which king was it? One of the English monarch kings was my great, how freaking ever many past 13, not 13 generations, but like, I don't know, somewhere between 13 something and 16 something century, I don't know, was a king. But I cannot remember which one it was. I don't think it was Edward or, man, I always forget. I remember it and then I forget it. I don't think it was Philip either. I don't know. I would have to look, but that's not why we're here. Yeah, I'm still going. I'm about ready to check out of here, but yeah. Oh, you can just email me, which yeah, amanda@dunphotodesign.com, and my readings will be back front and center again in my work day once the kids are back in school. Oh, I did not spell that right. It should be dunphotodesign.com, not dunphotodesign. It should be dunphotodesign.com, not how I have it spelled there. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, once the kids go back to school, my readings, I will have more dedicated time during the work week to be able to do more readings than I have all summer. And my waiting list is getting a bit long for my liking, so I'm going to be happy to be able to devote more time to that than what I have been, because I have more limited time in the summer because the kids are home all day. So I've been sneaking readings in the evenings and, you know, sometimes early mornings, but not usually. And also weekends. I've had to do a lot of readings between live streams and my critique group and just general self-care. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep an even keel in my life as well. But that is a big part of my incarnation, being that Libra ascendant, is everything is usually completely out of balance. So that's fun for me. Not really, but yeah, it is. You're so funny, man. You're so funny, Burma. I miss you, Burma. I know you had called a couple days, maybe up to a week ago. And again, the kids were at tennis. There's just so much going on. And I feel like the worst friend in the whole world. But I hope to make a day that we can hang out on the phone again, talk sometime soon. I do have my voice back, even though the fires are doing what they're doing. But at least it's not affecting my voice as much. A little bit. Like I can feel the rasp and kind of hear it a little bit. But it wasn't like completely lost like it was for a bit. Yeah, that balancing sucks. You know, you're a Libra ascendant as well. And so is Lori. So Libra vibes. The Libra triangle, Libra tribe. All right, you guys, I think I'm going to go eat a quick snack, just unwind, maybe read a little bit, and then go to bed. And I have to get up and do some things around my home. And then I'm meeting with Lori. And finally, my pick a card for September 2021 will go live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Mountain Time on my other channel. If you need the link for my other channel, link for that is in the description below. All of my hundreds of pick a card readings that I have over there, and my intuition tests, intuitive exercises are over there if you guys want to test out your intuition. It's more of like an ESP, like mind reading kind of intuition, but I'm looking to expand on that and have you guys actually tune into energy of some other way that I have planned that I just haven't been able to pull off because the kids are home for the summer. But very soon, my friends, very soon. And of course, Patreon will be launching September 6th. I'm going to be posting my first teaser image over on Instagram at the Done Creative Instagram. Oh, I didn't even type it. I better type in the chat box. At the Done Creative Instagram, my first teaser photo for the lowest tier, the first tier. The picture for that one will be posted tomorrow, and maybe a little glimpse of what that might have to offer, but just a little glimpse because I'm not giving it all away yet, because we have 2 weeks to build up to this launch, and Spirit's like, why are you just going to launch it? Why don't you have a little fun and make it a thing? And I think we're even going to have like a Patreon launch party the night of the launch, which will be a new moon. And what I will do is everybody who joins the Patreon during that live stream, we'll probably have like the first half hour of it where we're hanging out, having fun, and then we will just as people decide to do their monthly subscription of or whatever, I will then put everybody who goes over there and does that, I'll put their name on a slip of paper, and then we will draw a winner, and I will be doing then a reading live during the party for that winner. So yeah. And or maybe if we want to make sure we get everybody, maybe do it at the next Wednesday, because that live stream would be taken on a Monday evening, and then the next live stream would be Wednesday. So maybe I could just accumulate everybody who, I don't know, maybe I'll do one for those who do it during the launch, and then one on Wednesday as well for everybody who has joined in between, just as a little thank you. Because if I could, I would just give away a full month of the highest tier, but they won't let me do that on Patreon. They won't even let you buy a gift for someone else on Patreon, I don't think. I don't know how that works, but somehow, some way, we'll figure something out. But that was fun. I had fun tonight. We'll probably have fun on that Patreon launch live stream. I'm sure we'll have fun. I guess it's tomorrow already. Yes, it is, right? Darn near going to be tomorrow for me in about an hour. So speaking of that, I better go get to bed so I can get up early and hang out with my kids and hang out with Lori on Zoom for our mentorship session. And I will see you all tomorrow on my other channel, the pick a card for September. So link for that channel is in the description below. Thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right here back at the Done Creative Live, and also on my main channel, the Done Creative, where I have all of those pick a cards and intuitive tests. And yeah, I will in the future be seeing you on Patreon as well. But I love you all. Have a beautiful night. I know you're tired. I guess you'll have to get to next time. Yeah, AJ, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, I'm about to check out. I've been live 4 hours now, or just 5 minutes shy of 4 hours. So I'm gonna go ground a little bit and go to bed. But I will be live again on Saturday, which is only a few short days away. And I'll usually be live anywhere between 1 to 2 p.m. Mountain Time, so you can convert that to wherever you're at. I'll be back then, and then of course possibly Sunday. I'm able to ease my Sunday show back in here and there. My voice is going. And then Wednesdays. But Wednesdays and Saturdays tend to be my kind of set in stone days, and then Sundays are if I feel like it kind of days. So I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye, everybody. Thanks again for hanging out. I had so much fun, as always. Bye.